conspiracy was to thwart the Constitution for a new globalist law and a super state being established that would be here, and I think it's going to be here by 2030.
Globalism.
So here's what we're doing now. With that?
Hey, Clyde, I'm surprised we made this far, but let's get away from the constitutions of any country. It has nothing to do with that at all. These people are tiered up above all of it.
I agree.
They're driving the whole boat.
I agree.
The only way they can do it is with this U.S. dollar and through the World Bank. Now, it's going to be hard for people to accept this. It'll only take about 3 years to do so, but we have to crash this thing and come back and reset. Until that happens, everything is in the bubble, and they're guiding that bubble.
What to do, everybody? What to do?
I would say that
we are.
Bubble. I'm not necessarily saying.
I just finished doing a pre-recorded show. It's not an ignorism, but it's on Sargon, and I kind of rebooted a video of his. So that should be uploading, but it's probably not going to come up until later tonight. But just finished recording that about an hour ago. Now I'm out of my hot room to go into the hot garage. And now we're listening to Clyde Lewis, because I apparently did not realize, but there was a summit in Helsinki with Trump and Putin, but I don't know much about it. Is this pre-recorded? This is not pre-recorded. I did a pre-recorded show on Sargon. I think it's like a little over an hour long or something like that, though I haven't gotten back to check it out, though I just like recorded it, finished, and just went straight to YouTube to upload it. So, are you hearing that? What was that? Whoa. Been listening to alien abduction stories. They're terrifying. Because I'm like so skeptical about aliens straight up visiting Earth, I'm always skeptical of the abduction stories of them, though the stories in themselves are pretty terrifying stories. So, but no. But I don't know if they are legit or not. But I do know that they're interesting stories, though. So there's that at least. They're back on advertisements. They'll come back on in a second, though. Or in like 4 years, knowing how there's advertisements on radio. I'm skeptical, but I join them as horror entertainment. That's how I feel it as. I see it as entertainment in a way. Because, again, I don't believe aliens have straight up visited Earth or have abducted humans. And if they have, I don't think we would have any memories or recollection of that ever happening. I think they would be smart enough and more technologically superior enough to really push that idea. Like, if we're going to do tests, no one's going to know about it. They're going to be very secretive and very lucrative and make sure that we don't know about it. So, I don't think, even if they did, we would have any knowledge of it, besides maybe some amnesia effect, where we kind of have some vague recollection, but there's enough room of doubt where you just don't know. So, again, it's cool. It's interesting to when you kind of leave out the plausibility of it being a thing. But if you don't think that aliens have ever visited, it would be kind of easy to refute that just based on your own belief on that. Aliens would use nanotechnology. I bet they probably would. Come on, Ignar. If Wolfman aliens came down, you would be first in line for anal probing. If there were Wolfmen, if there were wolf dudes, puppy men or some shit, nanotechnology bots can manipulate the human nervous system and brain. Carl Rove has arrived. What to do, my friend? What to do? Yeah, I just finished recording a video. Oh shit! Someone else has arrived. What to do, everybody? Hello, everyone. Yeah, I just did a pre-recording, rebooting a video on Sargon, and now I'm out here doing a live stream. So, it's uploading, but probably won't be like until later tonight, or like in the middle of the night, or tomorrow morning, or something like that. They want to fly around in hovercrafts. Yeah, that too. And if like there's cloaking or whatever, or like these bright lights or anything like that, wouldn't they be able to have technology? If all you can see is like a dot of light or like a shape of light moving, and like the whole craft is what's the word? Fucking like cloaked or whatever. Wouldn't the lights also be cloaked? Like, wouldn't this whole vehicle be cloaked? I mean, there's a lot of things you can kind of rebuked about those type of videos and stuff. If you're a good horror entertainment channel, try Night Mind. Have to check it out. Refuting his Red Cortez video. Yep, I did. And it was honestly, I'll just give you the rundown how I felt about it. It was just a whole video dedicated to strongman and ad hominems. It was ridiculous, but I went through it, and it was tough. It was tough. They would transmit their digital consciousness into the brains of other life forms, so they would be able to like transfer their own innate consciousness into other beings. So technically, they wouldn't ever die. So wouldn't that be essentially a form of immortality? Did you see the InfoWars video, low-key calling for genocide against left-wingers? Yeah. I saw Kyle do that video, and I kind of wanted to do that too. There's a lot of different videos I want to do quick little snaps at, and that's one of them. Because it's pretty... Yeah, that's pretty fucked. And it's kind of ironic how they call the left-wingers like these blood-sucking ticks and shit, when, if anything, they are. Most humans will ever find this alien bacteria. Don't get your hopes up. I get my hopes up at the idea of just finding life in general, so that includes alien bacteria, so that's all I care about. Like, my thoughts on, like, whether life like us elsewhere in the universe exists is just still up to debate, because it's like, we don't know about that. At least we'll know there'll probably be at least bacterial or small multicelled organism type of life that we can probably find. At least to what is at our disposal, we'll be able to. There's definitely life out there somewhere, but most will ever find a single-celled organism or algae type things. If the left ever did anything like that, the collective right-wing would shut down whatever network did that. Yeah, basically. And they already kind of do by taking certain comments out of context from certain left-wingers too anyway. Like, for example, with, what's her name again? It was a female congresswoman who like was calling to basically say, if you find the administration officials out in public, you protest them and stuff like that. And it's just like Maxine Waters. Okay, Maxine Waters. So, like, they took a couple of things she said out of context and said, look at her, she's calling for violent revolution or some shit like that, or calling to vigilante squads to hunt down and harm, like, administration officials, when that wasn't even the case at all. Like, I mean, they already kind of do that, essentially. It's just that they would do that on such a level that would be so big that it would just take that type of shit down to, like, basic, not like that would just look like puppy play. Then it would just be nothing but like a Yellowstone level of volcano eruption of and like triggering by the right. Call, how about the Flood or the Borg or the Zerg that exist somewhere, that don't exist somewhere out in their space? Space parasites are more terrifying than regular aliens, in my opinion. Same here. I mean, space viruses and space parasites and shit like that are probably more terrifying, because imagine what that can do to the whole ecosystem, not just like a specific species like man. I mean, it would be invasive to everything, not just humans, because there's like parasites and other things like that that can't survive under certain species and shit because they evolved to adapt to certain things. Or not. I mean, sometimes they get into other parts of other animals and shit, and it works just as fine. They found space turds on Mars. Like fossilized space turds, basically. Huh. That's cool. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I think their life used to exist on Mars. I don't know if it does anymore, but I think it probably used to. Maybe even alien virility or prions. Whoa. It's not saying that there aren't multicellular complex organisms out there, but they're extremely rare to find. Yeah, I kind of feel the same way. But, yeah. I mean, it would be really interesting to figure out what goes out in space and just, like, start getting an understanding of life so we can get like a better understanding of our universe, man. Like that's what I really do strive for. Like a lot of my optimal 100-year future philosophy involves a lot of just going towards space and exploring what we got going on out there. Oh, we're back on. A space turd was heading toward Earth. Whoa. Huh. I'll have to check that out because that sounds interesting, man. Keep that stocked in your mind because next time if I do a stream on a PC, that'll be easy to just look right up. But yeah, man, that sounds interesting. I'll have to check that out. This is creepy. This is like, he does really interesting intros on Ground Zero, which is the name of the show on the radio. My predictions for the future is more corporatization as the Earth falls apart around us. That's my more realistic view, but my optimal view is not based off of, like, it's based off reality, but it's like the optimal positive outcome of reality, not what I expect from reality. I have like two different realities I like to think that or the world can get itself into. That and a more positive outcome if we actually decide to change some shit, but I don't know if that would ever happen. Just use old Godzilla war sound effect. Yeah. They used a lot of different things.
The number is called tonight, 888-673-3700.
888-673-8700. 3700. So, if you want to call them, you can.
Back when Trump took the oath that he was to become the captain of a sinking ship.
Yeah.
Because I knew
a little bit
he would be facing a struggle with the globalists that for far too long have had their collective hands on the wheel of the ship.
Who's the globalist?
What's painfully evident, and that is the American Constitutional.
It's not in here.
And many of those extremists
in a second
are in the intelligence apparatus. We've known this, and we've used the term deep state, but now it's been rendered to the point of cartoonish to say that. So we're waking up to what is evident. We're waking up to what's going on.
I think there's like 3 or 4.
Of compromise. The abandonment of compromise is now the death knell to a functioning democracy. And as Trump becomes the wrecking ball, and he has this organized rebellion against globalism.
Did you see Kyle's video? Some Republicans endorse arming toddlers. Yeah, I think I might do a rebuke video on that too as one of my bachelor's videos.
And this
We might really mess.
we're seeing changes in the world.
Told me crazy. The owner of a head shop I went to earlier today is from Aleppo, Syria. Told me crazy stories. Damn, dude, that's crazy. So he's an immigrant from Syria.
As I said earlier, we see the Deputy Attorney General Rod Rosen.
We want to teach 4-year-olds to use mortars. Yeah, dude. It'll be easy for them.
Intelligence officers for allegedly interfering in the U.S. presidential election. That should immediately raise some very serious questions.
All right. Oh my God.
See, after more than a year of investigation,
here you go. He's ethnically Armenian, but yeah. Well, I mean, ethnicity doesn't matter too much. But here you go. Have the all.
Take out the trash day.
Oops. I'm an immigrant from Uranus. Good giggity, sir. Good giggity. There you go.
End of the business day to have less
back.
People really pay attention to news stories over the weekend. How the narrative is couched in the misleading practice of saying that indictments are evidence. However, they appear to be the smoking gun for those who want to see the drama end with grounds for impeachment. So I say this: indict Trump now, please. Do it now. Don't hold out. If it's so evident that this is happening, indict him. I mean, they're all like whining and crying about how this is a thwarting of the democracy, that this is a traitorous move. Indict him now. Find a precedent. Do it. Show that.
All right, what am I missing here? Skibbity hibbity ba 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 ba. Skibbity hibbity ba.
In history, where the secret government aimed to take down the president attempted to develop a somewhat peaceful relationship with leaders of countries we saw as enemies. You have to consider the Kennedy administration.
No Portuguese, though. We have enough of those. What? What am I missing here?
Of how one man
Armenian dudes are cool. I have so many Armenian friends, it's not even funny. Lol. Armenians hairy like their stereotype. I know Serge Takian is hairy as fuck. Or at least he could be. Or can be, it looks like it. I know, who's the other guy? Malakian. That's his last name, though. Malakian. He's the guitarist of System of a Down, too. I'm just forgetting. Darren Malakian, I think. I'm forgetting on his first name for some reason. But, I mean, they look like they're pretty hairy dudes, too. I mean, their hair grows out long as fuck. I mean, they had it out long as fuck before, so, I mean, it's possible. Anyway. Let's listen to what Clyde is listening on to. Something about terrible headaches. That's on you, sir. I'm sorry.
When JFK assumed office, he appointed his younger brother Robert as an attorney general. And many people saw that as nepotism. They said no.
Yeah.
Trump, though, he works closely with his daughter Ivanka and his son-in-law Jared Kushner, and that is criticized the same way. But more important than any of this trivia,
I see both things as a problem. It's nepotism. I don't like it in any form.
That old Kennedy-Lincoln coincidence. Both men, Kennedy and Trump, opposed the will of the shadow government. They opposed the intelligence.
I'm pretty sure Trump doesn't, but I know Kennedy did. So why are you making a comparison to him, though? Let's find out.
Our democracy. They both oppose the intelligence apparatus's attitude, specifically towards Russia. Although Kennedy was elected in 1960 as a Cold Warrior, he moved away from his hardline stance almost immediately after being elected in 1961. He refused to provide U.S. military support to the CIA's Bay of Pigs invasion of Cuba, something that many in the CIA never forgave him for.
Difference between Kennedy and Trump. Kennedy was a good leader. I have my problems with Kennedy, but I have to agree. Yeah, he was actually a decent leader and a good one.
This was against much of the advice coming from the deep state, who estimated.
And also, I'm pretty sure he also got us into Vietnam, didn't he?
Of its population in thermonuclear war, the Russians would lose.
Which I agree, disagree with wholeheartedly, is going into Vietnam.
This was insanity. At the same time that JFK was talking to Khrushchev, CIA agent Bill Harvey was ordering raids on Cuba in direct violation of the presidential directive, with the goal of provoking a missile launch by the Russians so as to start a war. When the crisis ended, Robert Kennedy had Harvey transferred out of the Western Hemisphere so that he couldn't cause any more trouble. Harvey never forgave the Kennedy brothers and retained a bitter hatred of them for the rest of his life. In 1963, just months before Kennedy was assassinated, President Kennedy gave a historic speech at the American University outlining a vision for peaceful coexistence between the United States and Russia.
In the neighborhood I lived in, Maryland, there was a house that Kennedy would go to fuck Marilyn Monroe and other mistresses in secret. Was it a secret, though? But, yeah, I know he used to have a very high active sex life. And honestly, if I was president, why the fuck not? You can honestly, like, of course, with consent, of course, I'm not going to Me Too myself. But, I mean, if any woman wanted to fuck me while I'm president, why not? I take them up on their office like, hey, you want some president bone? You know what I'm saying? There's also a furry president who will be wild and do whatever. Sounds great. Ignore 2032. That's when I can run if I wanted to. 2032, everybody. Started my campaign early.
Just a while ago. I'm so glad Clyde Lewis is going to talk about #traitor Donald Trump tonight. Time is rhyming. Except this time the right wing has their Kennedy facsimile in Donald Trump. Because to his supporters, Trump is a champion of the people, fighting against corrupt elite and against the enemies of the republic, both home and abroad.
And that's what his supporters think.
Trump is a
Keep that in mind.
A billionaire who only feigns allegiance.
Kanye West talks about running for president, and he will be a miserable failure as a candidate in the primaries. Lol, Trump is nothing like Kennedy. I agree. I totally agree. Apparently the neighborhood will have a Secret Service wandering around while it's there. It's crazy to think it was in my neighborhood. Dude, I mean, Kennedy used to visit. He visited my hometown once. I mean, we got some stuff about Kennedy here too. In fact, I'll probably have to do a live stream and let you guys check it out. Or just do like a video or take a picture or something like that and let you guys see it, because it's pretty cool. if there's not some already available online. But yeah, Trump is not like Kennedy. And his say and his support. God, hiccups, man. And unfortunately, his supporters get duped when he ignores him on the Blythe. What my adopted family name? Is your mom Joyce in presidential schlong? No. What do you think of Ron Paul? I disagree with him on at least half of the things that he says, but on social issues I agree with him, and I at least think he's a principled. Adopted family name? Well, technically, alright, so Blythe is, well, I'm not adopted, but my dad is, and Blythe comes from my dad's side of the family. So, and he was adopted, so technically it's an adoptive name. It's not genetic, it's not a name by, like, family bloodline, it's just a name by just family line. So, I'd adopt an Ignar pupper. Well, if I decide it doesn't fit you. Exactly. I don't like, honestly, I don't mind it, but I'm like, whenever I can, I'm gonna probably do a legit name change and probably change my last name and switch my first and middle name around. So that's probably what I will do and make my last name something better. Besides that, just have my own last name. That's just like unique. So what's with all the random sounds? There's sounds. Ignarina. Nope. 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 Not gonna happen.
It's not the first time the American people have cheered on criminal activity to fit their myopic ideologies. Yes, the president could be covering up misdeeds of his own, raising thorny and even uncomfortable
Oh, that's
questions.
just
However,
no
one
doubt.
considers what this means.
Of course he is. That's what Trump does.
God, I'm hoping that we are
Tavern and a wine bar on the roof? Dude,
open conspiracy.
hit me up, bro. I want to
I
go.
hope you're paying attention.
That sounds dope, actually.
It's never been partisan. It's always been direct, and that direct is that something is trying to undermine our
Why is there so many weird noises? Why is there so many weird noises happening in the house?
Donald Trump effect.
Is it gonna blow up?
Swamp cooler.
Are we blowing up? Are we getting invaded by jihadis? Are we gonna blow up? Is the house gonna blow? Do I have to run?
Hopefully not, but if it does, it'll be cooler before.
Hey, at least my channel will go out with a bang. But yeah, damn. It's like, whoa.
Yeah, if we're gonna go out with the band, let me go get some fireworks.
Well, I know there's some over there, so I mean,
Yeah.
they will go off too. So I mean, you know, yeah, I mean, it'll be a big spectacle. What if America didn't buy Alaska from Russia? America would be a little smaller and one less state. I mean, I don't know. There will definitely be a lot of differences that would happen. I bet if we jumped on it and take it from, I bet we would.
World War III would have happened.
If we didn't buy them, well, when did we buy Alaska from Russia? Wasn't it like the early 1900s or something like that, or?
18 something or the early 1900s. Or
Yeah, something like that. In 1917. Okay. Well, I know Japan probably wouldn't try to make a land invasion in America.
During the Cold War, if Russia had Alaska, I'll bet you we would have gone to war.
Oh yeah, because that makes sense a little bit. Because then, like, something like a Cuban Missile Crisis could have happened in Alaska, where Russia could have had silos just literally on North American continent, and also very close to.
Before the silos, they would have had bombers there.
That's well, yeah. I mean, they would probably had both throughout the entire time. I mean, we had like nuclear capable bombers just as much as silos.
We would have had World War III.
Yeah, that probably. Yeah, I mean.
Well, technically, we did have World War III. Only it was fought with
proxy wars and investing in other parts of the world and shit. It was a Cold War to the main opponents, but they just let everyone else fight it for them to support their own backing.
It's all the deep state bullshit.
Basically, yeah. Like CIA going over in
Russia
South America
Alaska,
and shit too.
If it would have been part of Russia, it would have gone hot.
I can see that. Well, it got hot where it got cold in Alaska. Make it hot where it's cold in Alaska. It was right after the Civil War we bought it. Huh. That was before the nukes, no. It was, alright, well. Yeah, I mean, but, yeah, considering...
That was a good deal.
Yeah, considering the cold...
The best deal was the Louisiana Purchase that we bought from Napoleon.
Yeah.
We bought pretty much half of America from Napoleon.
Essentially, yeah.
That was a good deal.
Oh, yeah, and also didn't Napoleon need the money to deal with his wars in Europe anyway, so he was just like, yeah, fucking America, I'm going back to...
He needed the money and he just like...
And we'll...
You guys want to buy half the continent? And Jefferson said, hell yeah!
Hell yeah! Expansionism! Let's do it! Well, I think just because of the Manifest Destiny idea that was implanted, I think that was going to happen one way or another, whether it's purchase or we're just going to come over and just start settling without your permission, just fuck it. I mean, it was probably going to be...
We bought or kicked everyone's butt, and it's just like, we're going to have America.
Yeah. Imagine
if you don't sell it to us, we'll take it.
Imagine...
Mexico said yes, Russia said yes.
Yeah.
And it started with France. They were just like, hey, you want to buy this?
Imagine if...
And Jefferson said, yeah, we'll buy it.
Imagine if nukes existed back during the Roman Empire. Whoa.
He went over Congress, and it's just a huge controversy because he wasn't allowed to do this. But he just we'll buy Louisiana, which at that time went all the way up into Canada.
Yeah, and also...
England said yes.
Well, because they were an enemy of France anyway, so they were like, yeah, let's let this happen.
For Washington State and...
yeah, there was the 48th parallel. The 48th parallel. We bought that. Yeah, we bought the 48th parallel from the British for Washington and Oregon and everything. And then we had a war with Spain.
It's just like we don't have military power to send our forces halfway.
Yeah,
literally to the other side of the world.
Yeah.
They're just like, okay, we'll get some money for this. Otherwise, we're gonna take it anyhow.
Have you ever been?
Okay, we'll sell it.
Yeah. Ignar, have you ever been to Mexico? I haven't. You went to Mexico, haven't you?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, he's been to Mexico, but I haven't. Oh. I probably...
Cozumel.
Tulum. Cozumel, Tulum.
Is so cool.
Tulum, okay, well, it sounds like he's got some stories on Tulum. Oh shit.
Great Mayan ruins, Aztec.
I saw Paul McCartney in Mexico City. Well, you're a lucky bastard. Yeah, you're a lucky bastard.
Tulum is great. And it was Tulum or Chichen Itza. We went to Tulum.
Yeah, I would like to, if I were to go there, I'd probably go into a more, like... I don't know where I would...
Trust me, Tulum.
Tulum, okay, well, I guess I'll just have to go there, because you...
It's right on the edge of the Yukon. Oh, and this sucked, because I just about went diving in a... what do they call it? I saw a pool, and it was, like, about the size of this garage, maybe smaller. And I took a stick, and it was bottomless.
Damn, so it's just like one of those bottomless pools that are just out there.
Yeah,
Earth has a lot of these...
It's right on top of my head, what do they call those?
I mean, Earth has like so many of these bottomless pits, it just surprised me, but that's... Whoa.
But, I wanted to go diving, and if I did go, I went there and just like, oh, I should run back to the hotel and grab some diving gear and go down here. Now, I bet you I would have found ancient relics.
Or like treasures.
Human bones.
Who knows what? I mean, they could have been anything down there. Just preserved because the water's just...
Yeah, back from the Mayan times.
Yeah, or even before that maybe, too. I mean, it could, like...
Possibly.
Yeah, I mean, there could be things down there that, even if it was, like, buried, from soil, building up over time. I mean, if you digged in there,
Yeah, I
too,
wanted
you
to
probably
go
could
diving,
find.
but my brother didn't want to go.
Damn. Brother was a
And-
knucklehead
and
there.
just like-
Sounded like a knucklehead
I-
at the time. He's like, what are you doing? No, let me dive.
I want to check this hole out.
There's a hole. It looks
Yeah,
deep.
Literally, a hole in the ground. And
I want to check out
I
holes.
stuck a stick in there and it was bottomless.
Well, now that stick is now also forever down there with who knows what.
An underground cave system.
It's probably like old lava flows or something
And
like
I've
that.
seen...
Isn't that what usually those
I've
hills
seen
are?
something on TV and they went through that same cave system. I'm just like, damn, I should have gone down there.
Oh, really? They went insane. Oh,
I
shit.
didn't want to go scuba diving down there by myself because
Something could
by
happen.
yourself, if something happens, you don't have your buddy with you. My brother didn't go with me. And
Damn,
bonehead.
what a knucklehead.
We should have went.
I'm missing a lot.
Yes. Air. Cold. I love the swamp cooler effect.
Yeah. Oh, it's the fan, isn't it? Okay. I just realized it was the fan now. I'm gonna go back to that. Imagine if nukes existed back during the Roman Empire. At that point, you might as well say, what if the Roman Empire existed when nukes were invented? And with that premise,
Yeah,
That could
if I
be
went
buried.
down there, I could have found ancient Mayan artifacts and
be rich as fuck, selling it off
skeletal
auctions.
remains.
Sell, like,
of people that were sacrificed and thrown in the hole and stuff.
alright,
like that.
taking your heart, dump in the hole.
Yeah, that would have creeped me out, but
But having that surreal moment, like, wow, like, some crazy shit went down in this at this hole.
actually, if I went there, it would have been one of those. Holy crap! I know what I would have found down there now.
Yeah.
Back then, I had no idea. It's just like, oh, I want to check this out.
Yeah, so there were actually, like, relics and shit?
There would have
Wow.
been.
You could have been rich as fuck, but your brother was like, nah.
Yeah.
You should have just pushed him in there and be like, nah, you're coming. Go in there. I don't care if you don't got shit, but I will.
Yeah, that's one of two places where there's this pool of water. Let's take something really long and poke it in and see how deep it is.
And it just, like, goes so...
Gone. I'm just like, damn, that's deep.
That's a deep hole. Let's go check it out.
One was a toxic waste dump, which I definitely would have wanted to dive in. Yeah, they're right next to the drinking supply.
Yeah.
And the other was in not Tulum.
Cameroon, or what was it? Or,
The island just off the
Tijuana?
Caymans.
Cameroon?
It wasn't the Caymans. It was.
I don't know!
Yeah, my brain isn't working. I'm getting old. Cozumel.
Cozumel. Oh, alright. Did you hear about Elon Musk try to help a group of kids who were trapped in the cave? Yeah, I haven't heard about that. But now the rescue divers are saying Elon Musk did it just for attention. Probably, though. He likes to try to be the first for a lot of things. Elon Musk even spilled special miniature submarine to rescue the kids, but the divers is refused to use it and said it was a piece of shit. Well, yeah, if you're constructing something like, whoop, 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 just right then and there, yeah, it's most likely to be a piece of shit. I heard Elon Musk is a hypocrite, donating to Republicans but spewing liberal ideas or ideals. I mean, but I lost respect for Musk. Yeah, in a way, I have to a little bit. Elon Musk called one of the rescue divers a pedo. Has, like, has real life become Twitter? So the diver is suing him. Has the real world just decided to say Earth is now Twitter? What? Why? Oh my god, man. That's stupid. Fucking retarded. Like, oh yeah, I just did it for detention. Well, you're a pedophile. Like what? Like what evidence is there that this diver is a pedophile? What? Like, as much as I like have a strong stance against them, but you can't just throw that fucking term pedophile around towards people. You gotta actually reserve it to people who are actually legit. Like what? The sheer Crowder saying pedos are trying to rebrand themselves as part of the LGBT movement. Well, even if that was true, they're most likely gay or bi in some way as well in their own sense. So they, they would have probably already have been, regardless if that was already kind of starting to become a thing now. Do a bong hit. Bong hits for Sindri Automat. No.
On Wednesday, I'm at Spino for FM News.
Well, that's just some bullshit that I don't need to hear. Nah, I'm kidding, I will. Bong hits for Sindri Automat. Gas the cucks. Gas the kite cucks. Cucks stand forever. Oh god. Guys, Carl's spurging out. Keep the pedos out. Basically, yes. What is that? What type of fly is in here now? Stop flying so I can see what the fuck you are. You're like a crane fly? Are you just some other bug? What the fuck are you? Fuck you. Imagine risking your life to save kids and then being called a pedophile for it. Ignore police get a Kekistan tattoo. If I'm ever getting a tattoo, the last thing I'm ever doing is making a Kekistan tattoo. Imagine, yeah, I mean, that's just low. That's just honestly low. I mean, I can see why people have lost respect for Musk. Because that's low and that's stupid and pathetic.
Lengthy condemnation from Senator McCain, who chairs the Senate Armed Service Committee, about the meeting that the president held today in the press conference.
What is this, like, medieval music in the background, dude?
In Helsinki was one of the most disgraceful performances.
Like what? The one good pedo. The only good pedos are dead pedos. One guy died in the cave. That poor Thai guy.
It is wonderful. Thank you. We love you too. It is wonderful. It is wonderful to be here today with you and with my husband. I'm very proud of him.
There is so much pain in the world. There is so much pain in the world. Why not sell a little of it?
Listen, no, this is not for everybody. This is for everybody.
Ties make the best lady boys? No. No. Who makes the best lady boys are furry twinks. They're the furries, man. Don't you get it? Filipinos are a close second. It's the fucking furries, man. They reign supreme for fucking lady boys. Nah. You just don't get it, bro. You just don't get it, bro. You don't get it, bro. You like furs? I am a furry, so yeah. Yeah. Lady boys over furries. But furries cannot be implemented into anything, so overruled. you're just adding an addition to something already that is. So Ladyboy furs over Ladyboys. Change my mind. Grease are flammable. And, I didn't see it, bitch. I will have to check out the... I'll find out. Furries are flammable, and that's the best thing I can say about them. Oh, I know I'm flammable. I'm very flammable. I mean, look how white I am, dude. I'm very flammable. Why do you think I wear the suit to protect myself? So then I just overheat and die of heat stroke instead of burning to flames, because I think that's a worse death than heat stroke. So it's just a more slower, more better way for me to kill myself. I'd light a match on Ignorass. You couldn't light a match on it. His suit is a fire hazard. Well, luckily I've seen actual warnings about that type of shit at cons, so we are aware, but it doesn't work. I want to buy that Mexican Luger so bad. Where? I want one. But I would love to have it. That would be dope to have a Mexican Luger, though.
Nudged. And this is something I think we all should be concerned about.
So much jiffing friction you ignite. Okay, that actually makes sense.
Okay.
Hey, what's up?
I'm very concerned.
Okay.
I mean, the amount of information that you're putting out right now, I mean, it's not blind to the public, I hope. But, you know, I just hope for your safety, because it's just the things that you're saying, I'm all aboard on it.
What safety? What?
Doing this.
Nothing that I'm saying is not something people can't figure out on their own.
Yeah.
Well, that's exactly what I just said.
We had what?
Wait, what is your stance on bestiality? Whoa, sir. Too far, sir. That is my stance, sir. Too far, sir. Hold up. Hold up. Whoa. That's one step too far there, sir.
That's true.
And no one was able to figure it out until after.
Venom is a weird guy. Well, he lives in Alabama. I'm assuming that's common practice over there. So I'm guessing he's just wondering what my stance here in Oregon is. He's trying to get the Oregon perspective. I don't like it. But yeah, you're the minority there. So I mean, I can imagine. So fortunately, it's a majority for us here. So that's good. Figured the furry might. I mean, there are furries that do like it, but for the majority of the time, like 90% of the time, it's about the same percentage of like normal people. I guess like rest of society that like it, about similar percentage of just furries in general like it too. There's like a website that does stats on furs, like their orientation, what gender they are, or I guess what sex they are, male, female, whatever. And then like what their interests are, what their political, like there's like a website that does like stats and all that. And one of them straight up asks, what's your thoughts on zoophilia, or are you one? And for the most part, it's like 90% or more are like, no, I'm not about that. And then like and then there's like a 5% of, I don't know, maybe. And then the rest of it's like, I'm curious or like it. So I mean, it's a pretty small margin. We need guns to protect ourselves from tax collectors. That's a fact. Well, taxes are for, like, there's benefits towards taxes, like, you know, roads, schools, you know, public, anything in the public sector. So I mean, there's a reason for them. It's just how they're allocated, and the way they're allocated right now, I definitely don't support it the way it is. I think it needs to be, the federal budget needs to be redistributed better. There needs to be better funding and more programs, more prioritized in the funding. So I mean, we need, like, I don't think we need guns, but I do find them, I wouldn't say beneficial, but I do find them useful and alright to have in society. Like, if you want to own a gun, go right ahead. Like even though I'm a democratic socialist, I am pro-gun, and I do. And with that, I still believe in, you know, legislation and regulation of guns, like background checks, licensing for weapons, And in my view for licensing, I have like a hierarchy system. Like, you know, like if you got like the safety permit, sporting permit, collecting, and go on down the list. Either use that money in the end homelessness or we stop paying taxes to these criminals. I mean, yeah, I mean, that's what I mean. Like, we need to have our taxes go to helping out the homeless, going towards rehabilitation, going towards better infrastructure, better education, healthcare. Like, these are the things taxes should go towards, not war, not exploitation of, you know, the whole world and, you know, lower classes of our own country. It needs to be using to push the lower classes upwards and make the lower class more comfortable just the bottom of, you know, where everyone starts instead of just struggling to survive. I bet Ignore has Red Army fantasies. Wish he was a soldier in the Red Army. It's the National Volksarmee, not the Red Army, sir. So you're close, but no cigar. I wish I've had Red Army fantasies. I'd lead America to the glorious communist future. Good on you, comrade. I will support you through the Stasi. Yeah. Actually, I'm thinking about a theme, and I have an idea what to call my wrenches. I think I might just call them the Stasi. I'll just call them what the East German police used to be, the Stasi, who make sure there's no unruly folk around. So, making sure that ignorism is an ideology perfectly supported here, not hindered or kindred or struggled against others. I'm just kidding. I don't mind if people challenge shit. It's just the mods are here for mainly just two reasons: to keep unnecessary, trollish, dumb rubbish out, and to also signify who my friends are. Those are basically the two things, and I pick them based off of my views on how they operate. Or just be a hedonistic despot like him. Venomism is an offshoot. An offshoot, a counter-revolutionary ideology against ignorism. So I'm not your friend. You are the counter-revolutionary. But I was about to maybe do something here, but I don't know. I don't know yet. You'll figure it out, though, at some point. Oh. Can I not do anything from here? Well, actually, I just can't do anything from here, I guess, for some reason, so... Could I do something right here? Huh. Whatever. Russia purged all of its good officers. That's why they struggled a lot for the first half of the war, I think. They didn't have good officers anymore. And also, Stalin was trying to seize power. He was a despot, hegemonic, and so they stumbled all over themselves. And that's why things like Order 227 existed.
I'm glad you do. I think a lot of Americans do know what's going on. They need to
I don't get why people are making a big deal about Trump negotiating peacefully with other countries like Russia. I don't either.
The intelligence apparatus and the survival of the Cold
I mean,
War.
I didn't even realize they did until today, so I will have to find out what they were talking about and stuff and see what the whole hoopla is besides Russia! I want to see if there's anything about it.
I didn't read it. And where did you get the information?
Oh, well, I call it a UFO story.
UFO stories.
I heard it one place, and then I verified it through my crack research team at the library.
Crack research team at a library.
On the news, and that was it, and they buried it. So you can check it out.
I can find out, yeah, see if that happened or not. That's,
But you know, he had a couple of days where he spent...
Russian soldiers were humiliated during the Winter War. Oh yeah, majorly.
And so here comes
Lots of Russians died for very little land.
Everybody knows this, but there is
The right-wing idiot was spewing nonsense that Hillary was going to merge the USA to the Russian Federation. Hillary was so against Russia that that's just that's a comical. You can't do nothing but make a mockery of that idiot. The CIA is butthurt because no one trusts them anymore. The American people distrust the CIA more than any time in history. For good reason. I think that's good. Honestly, the CIA shouldn't be an agency anymore. Like, if there's, like, the top, like, 3 agencies I Well, the top two agencies would just be the CIA and ICE, the ones I'd abolish. And I actually kind of talked about my reasonings on abolishing ICE in the video I pre-recorded, so I'll save why for that. I mean, you can check it out. I debunked, or I did a video refuting Sargon, so that's uploading right now, so it'll probably be up later tonight or in the middle of the night, tomorrow morning, sometime around then. I'll upload it when I can, when my computer finally fucking uploads the thing. Do you think America would ever become more divided if there will be a future American Civil War? What will be started over? Sargon needs to lose weight. He's not that fat, but he's definitely a pudgy dude. I know gay people and they could teach straight people a thing or two how to dress. Yeah. Yeah. I definitely see that. As for America being more divided, I think that's just because the establishment divides the country. They agree a lot with the neocons and neoliberals and the establishment like to agree on things when it comes to war, comes to corporations and profit. So they divide the country against each other. So I think if that continues to go on, that will continue to happen. American Civil War, I still don't believe that would ever happen just because of technology and how lazy we've become. And now look up the intro to the game Shattered Union. Ooh, I think I've heard of that game before. I have to look it up. Because I was meaning to look up some new games to check out in the future, and Shattered Union was something that I was looking at. I was like, ooh, that's interesting. So, yeah, I think I was already in the midst of trying to look into that. So, thanks for the reminder. I will look into it. I shall look into it, number one. Even though you're not technically number one. And actually, there is something I would like to do, but I can't do it. All I can do is just hide you, put you in timeout, remove you, or report you, but I don't want to do any of that. That's like the polar opposite. The fictional Second American Civil War. Yeah. The only way that would ever happen, the only way that could have happened is if we didn't have such far technology. I think we're just too connected with technology, so we'd rather just yell at each other. And then technology has intertwined with our normal lives so much that are we going to just drop that? Wait, time someone out? Yeah, time them out for 300 seconds. I can click you and put you in timeout so you can think about what you've said. And in fact, I think I'll have a 3-strike policy. I'll time you out twice, and third time you're fucked. But so far, I have never needed to enforce any policy as such. I don't think I will need to for a very long time anyway. Nukes will be used to annihilate rebel cities. Well, that depends who's the enforcers and who has those nukes. If there was a civil war like that, some states probably have access to silos themselves. So both sides might have nukes. So it would just be total annihilation of both parties if nukes were used. And if that's the case, imagine the rest of the world. Car roves now. I have these powers I know I can really use now. I'm gonna make sure everyone has their papers. Everyone has the papers. You need the papers, yeah? Yeah, you need papers here to be free in this establishment. I would assume the federal government would have more nukes. Whichever side has the most land and most access to nukes, honestly, than I would say anyone who, than the actual federal government, unless they had the most amount of land with those silos access to them, because don't you need floppy disks and shit like that still for our nuclear tech, which I think is a good idea anyway. I'd rather it be, quote, obsolete. Maintain the weapons themselves if needed, though I purposely rather dismantle them. But don't keep the systems themselves up to date, because it's better to keep them old, because then you get hackers. And what if someone decided to just hack into your system and really easily with modern tech, because it is modern tech, and then just oh, let's launch some nukes. I'd upgrade the systems to keep them on a closed network. I mean, I'm sure you can hack into a closed network too, can you? Nukes are outdated. Look up directed energy weapons. Well, nukes aren't outdated because they're still the most deadly thing that's on this planet that we have the most abundance of. So, I mean, meaning you have to physically be there to hack it. Well, I mean, you got spies and stuff, so I mean, there's no way to, like, truly have a safe-proof thing, but you can make it hard as fuck, so I mean, yeah, if you were to upgrade it, have a closed network system, but honestly, I'd just rather dismantle nukes entirely. Like, have every international nation that has nukes or nuke capabilities and get together and fucking talk about dismantling that shit. Like, man up, grow some balls, get over it, you fucking pansies, and dismantle your nukes. Russians have their nuke system automated. They have, like, a fucking crazy system, too. Like, I think the one thing they really focused on during the Cold War was, like, their nuke systems. And, well, both countries did, but I think Russia probably did a little more, because they also have a little bit more nukes than we do. So, there would definitely be a lot of, if Moscow goes up in nuclear fire, all of them fire. Yeah. Because, yeah, they're meant to go off when there's a nuclear explosion detected on Russian soil. So, every nuke in Russia would just be launched at that case, which would be numbering thousands or hundreds. I don't know how many are technically, like, active and ready to go. Bag that's almost gone. There's only a little pile at the end of the bag that I'm sipping through, full of, like, granule keefy shit. It's hot as fuck in here, dude. In theory, you can shoot down nukes. I can assume you could, couldn't you? I mean, even in bomb form, they're really big. I mean, as a bomb, they're pretty big, so I mean, the moon is square. You heard it here first, guys. It's a fact. The moon is square. The anti-ballistic missile tech is iffy at best, though. Success rate testing around 50%. Well, I mean, you know, might as well continue research on that type of stuff and make it better. Just have ballistic missiles that would be nuke capable, but just make it, instead of like a nuke, just make it just like this ballistic missile shell with the weight of what this nuke would be weighed in. So I mean, you could just continue doing tests and continue being safe with it too. So I mean, why not? I mean, might as well. While we have nukes, you might as well try to find ways to defend yourself from them. Let's see what our friendly right-wing radio host has to say.
I'm not a big Trump supporter, but the more
that's the first thing that I was surprised about to hear.
Propaganda about him, the more I kind of like him. And here's what I don't understand: it's the hypocrisy. And last week it came out in the Senate was arguing with the fellow from the FBI, and him and that lady were, you know, writing poison pen emails back and forth to each other. Well, it came out there, and I didn't know it till then.
You should turn on Rush Limbaugh. I unfortunately do not have Rush Limbaugh.
Because you can't have people fraternizing.
So this sounds like him.
I know in the military, for an officer, if he has an affair and is married, it's a court-martial offense, and generally they get discharged. And so that is one thing. I mean, it goes back to Clapper lied before Congress. Nobody says anything about that. And they just ignore all these other things. And as far as treason goes, in order to prosecute him, there has to be a declaration of war to give aid and comfort to the enemy. That's why they didn't do anything with Jane Fonda when she went to Hanoi. Legally, they could not.
Yeah, we're not at war with Russia, so how would he be committing treason? Yeah, I mean, I don't understand a treason.
The thing is, he doesn't have to. He's already actively continuing illegal wars. These wars that we're in right now, these 8 wars, I mean, he does, like, we're already actively in them. It's like you're totally forgetting that we're already in some wars right now. the kind of nukes that would be flying into Europe, it would probably be mostly get silo ICBMs and some nukes coming after us. Damn. I have to go into like ignorism on nukes again, because I did kind of do a segment on nukes before. Like one of my first like dozen streams, I did something about nukes. So anyone new here wants to check out some old streams, I got some interesting stuff that I talked about. So I went on one on nukes. It's pretty easy to find. It's Brain Orn the Nukes. So easy to find.
Your friends close, but you keep your enemies closer. And I think the Pence is to Trump the same way LBJ was to JFK.
Well, and it's always been thought that, and we'll see how it all turns out in the end. And it does seem that we're running some very high risks right now, and we're seeing a repeat of history, as you say, much like Kennedy. And I worry for the president tonight after we see this treason hashtag going around the internet right now. But that's to be expected.
Oh my God, this Russia hysteria. Just why is Trump being like Kennedy? Like he's not. We don't have a Cuban Missile Crisis right now. There's no Cold War. Like you can't compare him to Kennedy because they're two totally different presidents who also had totally different philosophies and ideas too. I mean, they really aren't comparable. Give Syria nukes. How about no one gets nukes? That's a good idea. That's a great idea, actually. What else I thinking? Never mind. Let's just give everyone nukes. Like, everyone gets to have at least 10 nukes at their armament disposal. Everybody. Just every country gets to have 10 nukes. So everyone has that even ground. First Caitlyn Jenner, now President Trump. Our social revolution is being spearheaded by reality TV celebrities. It's all just show, keep up the elite in power. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely far more than that, but I would definitely say that is a main factor. Maybe not the main factor, but one of the many of the major factors of that. We are definitely a celebrity society. We look up to celebrities and popular, rich, elite people, including not just like Caitlyn Jenner, but like Kim Kardashian, Kanye West. Like, I don't even know who else because I don't pay attention to it because it's fucking garbage. But I mean, there's just all sorts of fucking bullshit that, you know, we look up to. Like Honey Boo Boo and shit on the Learning Channel. Like, stuff like that. Like, and all, I mean, that's just part of the, you know, keeping people, I wouldn't say brainwashed, but blinded to what's really happening, which is exploitation, corruption in politics, and the exploitation of the lower middle classes. Carl over speaking blasphemy. Fallout 3 is better than New Vegas? Nope, that is blasphemy. Blasphemy. The same thing has been happening in China, where celebrities are being used to push political agendas that end up disempowering the people as a whole. Well, China's already been like that. I mean, they've already been pushing agendas and policy to disempower the people because that's how they operate over there. I mean, they're a state-operated society. They're not communist. They're a state-capitalist society at best. And they're very authoritarian in nature. Who cares at this point? We are almost too far down the path, given up rights to turn back. I mean, it's not even essentially, like, I wouldn't even say specifically the people's fault. It's just the system's fault and how it's been exploited. Which is why I think, you know, we definitely need political revolutions and reforms. And unfortunately, I just don't know how well the people are going to do well with that, considering the last couple years. So, I mean, I don't know. I mean, the next 2 to 3 years, with 2020, 2018, 2019, like these years, like, I don't know what the fuck's going to happen, honestly. But in the meantime, just fucking enjoy life and live in the fucking meme of a world we're in. Our entire world at this point has devolved into an embodiment of a meme. You don't need memes, you're living on one. That is my philosophy. We are living in memedom. Have you seen the movie Idiocracy? I haven't seen it in a very long time, but I have seen it before. But it's been a long time. It won't happen. America's too stupid to wake up. I wouldn't necessarily say that's totally true. I would say they're wising up enough to understand what's happening, but they're too stupid to really connect the dots to what really is happening. So I think more people are getting woke, if you want to say that, but it's not being directed in the actual direction. They'll start taking an agenda towards like the right or the left, depending on which one they want to back and what favors them the most. Idiocracy is now happening in real life. Yeah, basically. I think Idiocracy is a documentary. I think it was just meant to be like a vision of the future, because that's basically what it is. Agenda 21, ban golf courses, cars, and air conditioning. Agenda 21! The Bilderbergs are pushing Agenda 21 of the globalists. Ban golf courses, making the frogs gay. Gotta ban the cars, ban air conditioning. The globalists! They already have pushed Agenda 21. We do not have air conditioning here. They are doing it. My name is Alex Jones, FEMA camps. Fucking FEMA camps turning the frogs gay. Hillary, you are my enemy. Fuck, man. Ugh. You can't let Alex Jones come out like that, dude. I've told you countless times. Whenever Alex Jones comes out, like, I have no control. Like, damn. Woo! 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 That's spice. That's the spice. My body can't take it, man. Oh, damn. Just damn, dude. Woo. Whoa. Scared me there for a second. I thought I wasn't going to come back. You have a career in right-wing political activism if you want. Lol. I can easily do it. I mean, I could take over Alex Jones's channel because I can just bring out my Alex Jones and it'll work out. I mean, I'll have to control him. I'll have to actually work on controlling him and being like, all right, Alex Jones, all right. So we need to be, we got to work up. We got to build it up, Alex Jones. We got to build it up. All right. So I know you want to come. Bilderbergs, FEMA camps. Hillary, you're my enemy. Alex Jones, hold up, Alex Jones. You got to build up to it. Build up to it. You can't get riled up right away. You can't just explode right off the bat. You'll scare people. You gotta build up to it. You gotta just build up to it. Alright? Take a time out. Alright? Just take a time out. And come back to me later. We'll discuss this in further future. Okay? Okay. Food and beverages sold here are known to state California to cause cancer, birth defects, and other reproductive harm. I was eating at Denny's in California when I went to pay. I must saw a sign behind the counter hanging on the wall and said, oh, okay. Yeah, I noticed that happens in California a lot. They have a lot of that shit. I honestly don't know what to say about that, because it's like, what the fuck? Like, at this point, what doesn't cause cancer? And what doesn't cause birth defects and reproductive harm? Like, what? Like, I have to look into it, see what the reason is behind it. Have you ever played Fallout 3? Yep, I've played Fallout 3. They serve kids meals. Damn. Yeah, it's apparently obviously California legislation, so I don't know what the whole deal is with that, so I have to look into it, see what the whole detail is about it. Maybe I'll do ignorism on policy and stuff, like ignorist policy. Just keep it simple. Gas tax. I bet Alex does his show with a butt plug in his pooper. Probably. Maybe that's why he's so pissed off. Does it just to make himself more pissed. Just like he like takes it out after the show, realizes because he has the PCP high, and then when he goes to bed, like, you know, they like indulge him in PCP and shove a butt plug up his ass, a fat one too. So he's just in PCP rage the entire time. Manager told me that it was because of the grill they've been using left on 24/7. So it's just because the grill's left on 24/7. I mean, in that case, then at my deli, because we have a China case, China cooks cooking the woks, like actual woks and stuff. So they leave the little temps on at very, very low, like the lowest it can go. so they don't have to like turn it back on and shit because it's a big pain in the ass to them. So at that case, isn't our food causing cancer? I mean, it's also fried food too, so you know, at that point we would have the same sign up. So I mean, it's just like, what? It just sounds like just more of a scaremongering to like go purely organic when should just encourage it instead of fearmonger people into it. Does your Safeway have a food court type thing with a hot bar and whatnot? We used to have a hot wing bar, but not anymore. So we did, but we kind of, we have downgraded a little bit. I bet Bill regrets marrying Hillary. I don't know. Maybe. I mean, I think they probably got married more for an agenda instead of just for actual love, because I don't know if they actually ever loved each other that much. I mean, hot bar like a buffet with hot food. Nah, we have like a place where people can sit down and eat and shit, but we don't got like a buffet type of thing with like hot foods and stuff. We have like, you know, my deli with the hot food, but that's it. Jordan Peterson says he only eats meat. I don't got a problem with that. It's just like, he makes it sound like it's the greatest fucking thing you can ever do for your life, when that's just totally not true. It's just like, you need vegetables, but if you don't want to eat vegetables, it's fine. Have at it. That's your body. Do whatever the fuck you want. I don't give a shit. But he treats it like it's this, you know, holier than thou type of diet that everyone should just be doing. Just like any other of these like type of smug, you know, people who think, oh, this is the best diet ever, you must do it. You must be vegan. You must do keto. You must be a carnivore. It's like, no, fuck off. I'll eat what I want. Grocery stores are typically have some cheap but good food. Yeah, I would say that's true. Show us a picture and catch him. Show us your pussy. Go catch him and show us to him. Oh, go grab your pussy. Okay, maybe. Of course, Jordan Peterson likes meat. There's a video of a guy with ALS going through assisted suicide. He looks and sounds exactly like Jordan Peterson. Damn, dude. Damn. Alright, well, Venom wants me to go find this pussycat. He's probably outside somewhere. So I'll bestow you the all-seeing eye with a little bit of weed in it, ready to be bestowed. And in the meantime, you'll listen to Alex Jones. Who gives a shit? Evidently Venom does, sir.
The term, anyway, entered America's national.
Besides, you get to hear the radio. You get to have something to discuss on. And I can come back and talk about it. So fuck you.
And
plus, I'm gonna get something to drink anyway.
Character ready to assume a starring role as hero or villain, depending on how you feel about Donald Trump. It's easy to dismiss the idea that the deep state doesn't exist because it's being used now to point out that anyone who's against your views politically are part of the deep state. And all kinds of other programming words like draining the swamp and other things are what were created by the media and created by Trump himself. And so it gets frustrating to try and convince people that there is something more than just draining the swamp. There's something more, and it's not as simple as you think. It's more complex than you think. It's really, the deep state is a cartoon. Okay, it's been turned into a cartoon caption. I mean, there really is a kind of cabal that operates independently of elected officials in Washington, even if it's not quite what Trump or his conservative supporters think it is. A lot of people are calling it the deep state now. It's been bastardized, of course. It's been rendered to the part of uselessness. But you need to remember something. The deep state, as it's defined now, has always been a shadow government or a darker command that does not answer to the president or anyone else. And for a long time, back when it was cool to be a conspiracy theorist, people saw something like the shadow government or the darker command or the American deep state. They saw it, even if they rarely called it that. And those who saw it most of the time were leaning left, not right-wing. See, right now we call it right-wing conspiracy, alt-right conspiracy. All these things, you know, that's because of people like Alex Jones, who put it on the map as conspiracy theory, belongs to paleo-conservatives. Not necessarily, because I remember back when I said that 9/11 was an inside job. And I know that Alex Jones said it too later on, but I said it, and I was accused of being a liberal conspiracy theorist. Oh, you're just a liberal, you don't like George W. Bush. No, quite frankly, I didn't like Dick Cheney. I met George W. Bush in New York.
Whoa.
I had tea with George W. Bush in New York, actually. It was funny, but I did. So I didn't really... I mean, I had a chance to know George W. Bush when he wasn't the president of the United States.
What I missed
just
here?
For at least that half hour I was
Fuck Trump, fuck Hillary, fuck Jordan Peterson, fuck the CIA, fuck Jared from Subway.
In New York.
Damn, I just approve of just everything that was just said right there.
I remember back when I
just like all of that. George W. Bush was a good president. Well, you were in his administration. Of course you would say that. You wouldn't say anything else.
Now, when I spoke about the Clintons,
I couldn't find him anyway, by the way, so...
I said, you know, things about, like... You know,
attempt failed.
Alfred P. Murrah Federal Building. You look at...
at least I got something cold to drink in this hot fucking room.
And the Fairness Doctrine, all these things going on that happened during the Clinton administration. I spoke about that, saying that it's a conspiracy as well. That I was a right-wing...
AKA, I've been on here for a very long time.
Clinton said there's a right-wing conspiracy against her husband. So the battle lines
are
always drawn by the media or some politician that fell away to expose...
Does this look like whiskey?
Conspiracy theory has never been, you know, it's always been one way or the other. No, it's never partial to politics. That's what I want to have you understand. Never partial to a certain group, because conspiracy theory has always been about exposing corruption that is actually being committed to undermine the constitutional republic and replace it with a global superstate. It's always been the case.
What? No, that's not always been the case.
After the 9/11 attacks,
for some, but not all. What?
Analyst was out to expose.
You should use vodka as your bong water. How about no? There's alcohol in that. And with a high enough alcohol percentage, that will kind of explode because of the flames. Then drink it after you're done smoking. Nah. Nah. It's great. Whoa. That will filter out the THC. That's stupid. I've done it before. Oh shit. You drink the THC and get super high and drunk. Alright, well, considering the way this bong is designed, maybe I could do it like that. But I don't know. I guess I'll just have to give it a shot. I'll have to do it on a new piece, though. This one's a little too dirty to try that. This is kind of a... I think this is the official spliff bong, because I do spliffs out of this more than anything. I smoke weed basically out of everything else, but I do spliffs out of this. So, I think that's just what this bong is, because it tastes like straight booty, but it tastes like straight booty out of a dirty piece. That's why I gotta get a clean one, because then I could just do it specifically with a clean piece. You doing spliffs still? I do occasionally, yeah. I mean, everyone smokes fucking cigarettes here, so I mean, it's easy access for me to do a spliff bowl if I want to. So, it's more of the access to it is just there for me, so, I mean, look at this. I mean, this tray alone, I can do like 3 or 4 individual spliff bowls with all that. I just rip them apart and just take the tobacco out. So, I mean, I'd much rather buy, like, the American Spirits, like, bag of, or, like, organic. I bet it smells like cigarettes now because of the split bowl. I bet your house smells like... Nah, I just do it in here. Or to go outside. And, for the most part, I do enough weed in the mixture that... My friend rolls spliff joints, but spliff bowls? Ewy. Hey, I mean... Tobacco smoke cleans the room in a way marijuana smoke doesn't. Well, yeah, I know that. I mean, that's why I don't do it in the house. I just do this out here where it's already going to just be out here. I've done it in my room before, but it just smells like my room or smells like pot once I you know, once I'm done smoking anyway. So for the most part, it hasn't really clung to my room whenever I have smoked in there, but I know enough times it probably would. And obviously it did to my piece because there's just dirtiness in there that just can't get out. I mean, with the right cleaning utensils for it, or with the right like cleaning bong cleaner and stuff like that, I could, but I just don't have that available to me right now. Give me one more month, exactly one more month, because it's Monday the 16th. Exactly 1 month from now, I'll be 21, so that won't be an issue very soon. Ignar's room probably smells like masturbation and farts. Farts, definitely not. Like, I'm not that much of a gassy person. I mean, I can be, but I usually let out so quick that it disperses. And also, I don't know. And the masturbation part, well, that's depending how clean I keep it. And I have been keeping my room very clean lately, so I can clean it out. So that's unlikely. Unless I have disturbed old scents and stuff, then I don't know, but I have a bad sense of smell. My room smells like straight weed, even despite the weed famine. That's my room. Venom sounds gross. Well, I know my room smells a little bit like weed because I have equipment in there and shit like that. Man, my shirt looks like there's like something metal right here, but it's just the reflectiveness of the decal of Judas Priest. Unfortunately, I couldn't get any video or anything like that of them, but I got a lot of pictures of that, though. It's a pretty good show. Venom said his room smells like farts and masturbation. That's gross. Venom, that actually is indeed gross. He goes nose blind eventually, Carl. I guess I'm just nose blind, or I just have a really bad sense of smell. I mean, I can smell good weed, like... Here's the grinder that has like the 31%. That's not my grinder, but ooh-wee. It smells good to me. I can smell that for sure. What's your favorite Netflix series? Can it be anything like documentaries and stuff like that? Because I have different ones. How about this? I would say for cartoon-wise, for animation, F is for family. For sitcoms, Disjointed. For documentaries, A Wild Country. And for drama, Narcos. Those will be my big four Netflix series that I like. And are my favorite. Whenever I walk into my room after just getting home, I'm shocked how strong the weed smell is at first. I am too sometimes. I mean, I've had weed so pungent that just opening the jar would basically make it smell like the room was hotboxed. Even though I haven't even smoked a single bud yet. Like, that's how strong it'd be. I mean, I've had bud like that before. It's crazy. You don't like BoJack? I didn't say I didn't like BoJack. With BoJack Horseman, I've watched probably the first half of the first season, but then I kind of weaned out of it. I never really got into it that much. There was a couple episodes that I liked a lot, but then there was a lot of slow episodes that I wasn't really a big fan of, so I guess I just haven't really gotten into it. I guess I just need to get into it again and look into it one more time. You should check out Stranger Things if you haven't seen it. I haven't seen Stranger Things, though everyone I talk to says it's fucking great. But, I'm always skeptical with hype, but I'll have to, but I might just have to check it out. It picks up after the second season. Alright, yeah, I definitely need to get over, like, the first season sucking type of shit that I can get myself into. So I'll have to get into it again. I bet Venom looks like Scotty's brother Stevie. Nigga. Dude, Stevie looks like a fucking bear, dude. Like, if he looked like Stevie, I wouldn't fuck with him. I wouldn't fuck with Venom. Also Black Mirror. Stranger Things is about CIA's MK Ultra experiments. Really? Huh. I'll have to check that out. No spoiler. I thought Stranger Things would be something about it a little different, but... Venom, do you live in a trailer? Ooh. Roast. I don't look like him. Yeah, you do. You do now. You look like Stevie now. You're under creations. You're the channel under creations now. Just make yourself that. That's who you are. You're Stevie. Are you Wolfkin yet? Have you admitted to yourself you're Wolfkin, or are you pressuring TJ to think he's Bruce Valanche? Is anyone participating in that Bruce Valanche meme to make TJ go mad? Because I am, dude. Oh my god, there's nothing better than just seeing... This is like the greatest thing that... It's like, oh... I did live in trailer from the 70s. You know, honestly, trailer living gets a bad rap. I wouldn't mind... Like, I could... Like, if I had a trailer to live in, I could make that shit work. Like, there's ways... There's a way to make it work and look nice and not be trashed out, you know what I mean? Like, it gets a bad rap, in my opinion. Do you think TJ really smells as bad as people say he does? Yes. I bought it for $300 and fixed it up myself. Nice. See? Example right there. There you go. Point taken. See, I think it gets a bad rap because you can fix it up and make it look great for yourself and make it your thing, you know? So, fuck it. It gets a bad rap, but if I had like a place where I can put one here, or have land where I can have like a couple of them for friends or some shit if they want to live here for anything, or have like a backup, or make one a studio for why not? Fuck it. Do it. Let's do it, you know? Imagine TJ's room smells like farts, weed, and semen. As far as I know it definitely smells like farts, BO, and probably weed and cigarette. Carl, my sister, lives with me. Do you get a lot, do you hear her bang like every night? Is it like a nightly thing? TJ smells like bananas and shit. That too. I forgot about that. Because, you know, the banana, of course, will be up in his ass where there will be shit. And then the shit will basically be every other night. Okay, so it's not nightly, it's just bi-nightly. Okay. Damn. Does it have water? It better have water. Everything deserves water. Water. Gotta get up in the water, bitch. Water, bitch. So, 16 by 70 footer, only 2 bedrooms. It's not too bad. It's not too bad of a, situation you got going for yourself. Why does your sister live with you? If it's your trailer, then kick her out. Well, I mean, technically it's disabled. I don't know if you can live by yourself disabled. So, because she pays rent on time. That too. Extra money for him. And reliable, and it's family. You know, honestly, I'm about to be 21 and I haven't even moved out of the house I literally grew up in, because it was built even after I was born. So, I mean, I've lived here literally my entire life. TJ's house burnt down. He's homeless now. No, he's got a place. Everyone's got a place. The studio is set up, so we might get a flash fried on Wednesday, everybody. That'll be great. I'd love to see that. And excited to see what his new studio is going to look like, too. So, I mean, they got everything back in order. It's just finishing up all the bullshit that they're dealing with because of it. Though I think after the meetup they get, it probably won't be too bad. I think they'll get a nice little refresh on their minds and be like, alright, new places, new studio, bullshit's out of the way, alright, new mindset comes in. Because now you had fun at LA, you had a little vacation for yourself, minus the show. And, you met fans, you got to hang out with people that like you guys and shit. I mean, I think honestly, after their meetup, they're gonna feel better about everything. They're gonna look back at this house burning down as like, you know what? It was terrible, but, hey, it got us to get on a new fresh start by the time we came back. So, I think there's a silver lining behind it. There's a silver lining to it. I guess I'm maybe just be that optimist in me that's saying that, but I think it's merited. I think it's merited, to kind of have that type of optimism to it. I wonder how long till Paul's first heart attack. I don't know. Probably. Okay, I need to make sure weed is not in my vicinity when I'm doing that. Ashley, gorgeous. I wish I could score a weeb like that. Honestly, I have to say, Ashley is really cute. I have to say that. She's adorable. Venom, how big are the bedrooms? Bead rooms? Whoa. But for Paul's first heart attack, considering I was going through keto right now, I don't know if that'll be likely anytime soon. If he gets off of that, which probably would be after he's done. I don't know, like 5 years, 10 years. Ignore, would you have intercourse with Ashley if she was single? But I know a woman who looks like her, so I can just I don't really have to go specifically with Ashley. I can just go with this with the girl I already know. Venom, and Venom likes him chubby. So do I. I do too. Damn, Carl's persistent with his bedroom. He wants to know. He wants to know your bedroom situation, dude. Actually, did I show you guys my situation right now so far? Hold on. I just want to make sure first that this is fine. So here, let's look at my weed. Let's look at my weed for a second. Okay. Alright, cool. It autofocused. So, hey. Let's take a little detour for a second. Boom. Boom. Okay. Doing a little detour. Both bedrooms have personal bathrooms. That's cool. Oh. Nope. That's just been ruined now that Paul's been with her. Nah. Alright, well. Here. So. I don't know if I showed you guys my shit. Oh god, look how messy this is. Well, there's my show I just finished like 2 hours ago at this point. My cat likes to drink out of the faucet. I wish my cat was like that. But as you can see, I got shit set up and everything. But here's what's going on over here. So a bunch of my patch cables and stuff like that. Got Tyler's mic set up already done, and his things are linked up here. So we got patch cables and everything. I got like literally the worst headphones in the world. Look at these retarded Dollar Tree China-based fucking headphones. But yeah, so for some reason the second channel here, this guy right here isn't always. It was very quiet when Tyler was trying to speak into it. So I don't know if it's going to be the same thing for this fourth one, but Harley needs to come over and we can get that set up finally. And have it all work out. But yeah, I just need to get a desk literally right. I'm probably going to keep a setup like that, but probably have it in this corner. And I'm going to have a fat desk right here, and I have drawers that we'll see on my way back in that will be right on the edge right there. So that's kind of the idea. But yeah, all these fucking boxes are meant to deal with this bullshit, and I need to get this red thing out of here. Like, there's some bullshit I'm working on. That's a lot of the progress is gonna be made on that. I'm gonna work on it later tonight too. So. Yeah. Huh? In a second. But yeah, that's what I got going. Ignar should be an Ignarism on Brett the Stallion King. Maybe not Ignarism, but maybe just a video just for the fucking hell of it to go on Brett King. And by the way, that noise is a very shitty fucking fan. Yeah, we're white trash. We're North American white trash. That's what we are. North American white trash. Oh fuck. Skip-a-da-bop-da-bop-bop. Boosh. Charging. Keep us going on a little longer. A little longer. Ugh. She vapes her nicotine fix. Oh, okay. Not to get into vape situations, but low-key, I might get a vape. So maybe that will help me not like spliff up so much, because I know these fucking things are probably not the best for lung capacity, if you know what I mean. Carl wants to bang my sister, I think. No, just curious, mostly. Yeah, I'm suspicious of diseased goods. She isn't diseased, I thought. I thought she was clean, so she's not diseased. So, free game. But, not saying I would go up in that shit. That would be kind of scummy for me to fuck the sister of one of my fans. Like, that would be kind of scummy, honestly. So, just out of that respect, I wouldn't do it. For the reals, though. Like, I'm being like, that's my real side talking there. Like, that's just, I'm not gonna be Ben and, like, you know, do that. I'm an only child. I mean, I was kind of raised like an only child, but my brother did live with me for a little bit, and he's actually, for some reason, there's been talks about him wanting me to move up with him for a little bit, but my only protest against that is just how my mom's situation is. I don't feel comfortable leaving here because of my mom, for the most part. That's kind of the reason why I haven't moved out anywhere. Like, it probably would have been a lot easier to start what I'm trying to start if I had my own place, but for the sake of my mom's health and shit, she needs someone like me capable of helping her that, you know, won't cause fucking fits or arguments or some shit, because old people do that a lot, I've noticed. Almost completely out of smokable goods. I have an older sister as well, completely insane and overprotective. Oh god. So you have a slutty sister and a crazy sister. I have honestly, like my sister, she's kind of crazy, but I wouldn't say that in a bad way. I say that in a good way because, if anything, she's mostly like open-spirited and unorthodox. Like, she grinds against what's the normal orthodoxy and status quo of society. Like, when we had her, when we went to her wedding, she wore a black dress and it literally pierced her back, so the dress would be tied into her back, like literally. So I mean, that, and she also had a Native American rites done up as well during the wedding, so I mean, it was a really great moment. I thought it was one of the best weddings I've ever been to, honestly. Did she ever get in fights with you? I wouldn't want to live with a sister in a trailer. What else does she grind against? Oh my god. Well, her husband. She grinds against her husband, I guess. So there's that. During my when I go to Iceland, if I can do streams up there, you'll probably get the chance to see my sister. So you'll get a chance to see what up's with her. I think it's funny when white people who are 2% Native American act like they're full-fledged natives. Well, she isn't 2% Native American. She's like a 1/8 or so. I think she's like 1/5. I call it the Elizabeth Warren effect. Well, I mean, I'm at least 1/8, and my sister's also the same thing. From her side of her family as well. I mean, we have different mothers. Like my sister had a different mom, and while I had my mom, but we have the same dad. And my brother had the same mom, but we had different dads. So it's weird. We're like kind of have siblings on both accounts, but they're both biological too at the same time. Your Native American genetics explain why you can't read. It probably explains my high cheekbones and my lack of facial hair, if anything. But I mean, me and my sister do, and my mom's side of the family for sure definitely has Native American blood. So I mean, I could definitely claim that I do have Native blood in me. I wouldn't call it the Elizabeth Warren effect, for at least my cases. I mean, it's mostly like case by case. Like, if they like literally have like 2% or some shit, but I'm 100% European according to 23andMe, and I don't grow facial hair. I'm just saying a stereotype that natives don't grow facial hair. So I mean, I'm just inserting that. Get Mass Effect. Get it? Ass Effect. What? 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 That's the weirdest fucking thing I can do. I'm like, ah! Like, that looks fucking crazy. I'm proud to be 100% white. Well, you'll fit in right in JF's ethno state, so step in line. I choose not to be in that ethno state line, so skip ahead of me. But I can flip my eyelids inside out. Ugh. Have you ever seen the porn star Pinky? You'd like her, Venom. I haven't seen her, so I'll have to check her out too, I guess. Do some research. Yeah, see, him and I are in the same boat.
Disgraceful performances by an American president. What we're seeing now, this is so deep. It's a deep state. They want retribution. This is now about an unelected part of your government. Deep state, all over every one.
Deep state.
Or this will never end.
To make it a more effective instrument for peace. Develop it into a genuine world security system. A system capable of resolving disputes on the basis of law. Of ensuring the security
Haley XOXO is my favorite. Thick, chubby black woman. Never actually hooked up with a black girl. Ignore might like Pinky too. Look her up, Venom. And me too. I'll look her up. What is just going on right now for this intro? Bigfoots know the earth is flat because they have ancient wisdom. Whoa, bro. Damn, dude. Mine woke. I'm fucking woke. Fuck this, whoa. Like, I knew Bigfoots had a higher wisdom than humans, but whoa. Whoa. I learned it on meth. Whoa, bro. The earth is flat because of the Bigfoots. We were all wrong, man. We were all wrong. It was the Bigfoots, dude. The Bigfoots. For real, though, I actually do kind of believe Bigfoots are a thing. I wonder if Wicked Pussy's nasty. I bet it's covered under all that hair. Well, yeah. I mean... it basically, just think about... Just think of it like this. You're basically fucking a Bigfoot. That's what a Wookiee is, if it... Multiple big feet. Well.
As for me and my family, the fight is to inform you that there's something that goes beyond the administration. Something that goes beyond Donald Trump, goes beyond Hillary Clinton, that goes beyond any of it. And that is the resistance is based on a number of people within the intelligence cabal that want to continue the process of fight. To continue the process of might makes right, and that continues. And it's not going to end or begin with Donald Trump either.
Wookiee dick might be nice.
But the hysterics that are being produced tonight after this meeting, I think, are over the top. I think that we're all worried about the future. We're all worried about change. We're all worried about what it means for us. Well, we get what we asked for in Donald Trump, a nationalist, populist president.
Faux populist.
Who appears to be doing what he said
That's
he would
a more
do,
correct term.
and he
Faux
appears to be
populist.
a wrecking ball, which I said he was. A wrecking ball operation.
Small it may be, but large in force I am.
Who gets knocked over in the process with Donald Trump? He'll do it. Because he's a man who appears to be against the system that he's supposed to be running.
He's not. Scott Pruitt, well, he's not in there anymore. I mean, the establishment's using him, dude. It's, see, like, here's my main problem with with people like Clyde Lewis. Like, I agree with the main thing he was just mentioning there, like this problem with the establishment and stuff, but Trump is not this warrior against the establishment. He's not. He's just not, isn't. Oh, you know, and that's coming from someone who wants someone like that in the office. And for me, that was Bernie in 2016, but Hillary cheated that election, so we know how that went. And now we were stuck with Trump. And now he's just an impulsive, narcissistic liar who's doing the bidding of the establishment. So it's just like, I mean, that's just my main problem with a lot of these more like respectable right-leaning figures, because I do kind of find Clyde a little respectable and stuff like that. He is a fairly respectable person because he's, I wouldn't say more nuanced, but more open to other ideas and different ways of thinking. So that's what I definitely like about him, at least as a right-wing thinker, because he is a little bit more unique in that sense. Like, and he's a little bit more open to what he thinks about, and he at least does have things to back up what he's saying, whether it might be incorrect or not. I like Jesse Ventura too. Yeah, like, Jesse Ventura's pretty alright as well. I mean, I like him too. There's things about him that I think are a little out there, but for the most part, I find him respectable as well, because at least what I know about him is he's principled enough to have his own beliefs instead of cater to a party or cater to a certain idea. So I actually kind of went into that in my pre-recorded show. You'll be able to. I think it's pretty good. I think you guys would like it. I would bend over, ignore over my knee, and fuck you. I know what that was about. Ignore, are you interested in chubby chick right now? Yeah, I like myself some chubs. Yeah, I'm into that. So, and I'll say that there's somebody that, you know, I mean, I've known her for a while, but haven't really had a chance to connect, you know what I mean, until recently. So, you know, I've been seeing that opportunity and seeing what I can see what I can do with that. So, you're saying there's a particular chubby lady? Yeah, I'm not gonna say names or some shit, you know, but yeah, I mean, there's someone I know. I used to know her from work, but she works somewhere else now. But her and I still talk every now and then and stuff. So we're definitely still friends. But whether that advances into something else is up to debate. Would you ever check out a video called "Every Trump Commercial Ever," where he shills McDonald's fish fillets? Oh, I gotta check that out, dude. I gotta check that out because I have not. But that sounds fucking glorious. Chubby, more cushion for the pushing. Exactly. He knows what's up. Venom knows what's up. Is her name Dorn? Okay, I'm not saying names, but her name is definitely not Dorn. Brett King can keep her. She can have Brett King. Brett King can have her. They can have manatee sex all day they want. If her name is Dorn, watch out for the rogue manatee. Like I said, the manatee can keep Dorn, and Dorn can keep the manatee. They can have kinky manatee sex all in their bedroom with mac and cheese troughs filled to the brim all around them. That's up to them. I'm good. I'm definitely good. I have my own interests in mind. So yeah. I'm gonna have some tea before I take this.
I just have a quick question for you, and I just wanted to get your opinion on this. Just like a lot of people today, when I originally watched it live, and I don't really watch TV live very much.
Let's be honest, those aren't Brett's kids. His wee-wee isn't big enough. Wait, Dorn has children? I legit didn't know this. Wait, they have kids? What? Are you just fucking with me, or is this true? Oh no. Yeah? Oh no! His water-headed idiots. Oh my god. Those are children that didn't deserve this. Oh my god. No, 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 oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, come on, get me out of here. Get me out of this existence. Take me to another reality, Mary Jane. Take me away. Take me away. Oh my god. Welcome to the Nazi universe, Ignar. Where the Germans won World War II, now show us your papers. Whoa, bro. Hold up now. Whoa. Whoa. I can tell you this, I'm Danish Norwegian, I am not a Jew. Look at my profile. I'm not a Jew. I'm good, I don't have papers. Well, fam. Well, I thought I would come into the universe of like where communism won and shit, and I was like in East Germany, but whoa, I didn't think I was gonna go in this universe. Like, is the Mediterranean like totally out of water like Hitler planned for extra land to grow and shit? This man is under suspicion of being a Jew. Oh shit, dude. I telling you, man, I'm not a Jew, bruh. I'm not a Jew. I like Judas, priest, but I don't like Jew. Like, whoa, whoa. Out of context signal right there. Out of context signal. Well, I guess I should probably say that in this universe. I do not like the Jews. I already got the hair. I just have to get it short for perfect Aryan haircut. Dispatching snatch squads to deal with them. Is it the Stasi? Because if it's the Stasi, I can definitely say that I approve of the ideology. So, what's going to come in? Like, so the thing that I got in the mail that I'm going to surprise you guys with is coming in tomorrow. And I'm excited, dude. It's going to be kind of fun. It's going to be great to, like, surprise you guys with this thing. Damn, my phone is dying quick. I'm going to, like, have to smoke up this bowl and, let my phone charge while I clean my rope up a little bit. I need to, like, actually get, like, ice cream or something, dude. Or something cold, because it's so hot. Do you support the policies of East Germany? Honestly, no, but I like the NKVD was the precursor to the KGB. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, definitely. It's not that I support East Germany as a state or anything like that. It's just that I like the history of it. I kind of like the history. It's kind of because it's kind of obscure. There's not a lot about East Germany that we can really find out about because there's not too much besides just. So I mean, I think that's something we could probably talk about in a delve into history books if we go into East Germany. In fact, I think I might pull some research on that and find out about it more because I mean, I obviously don't agree with suppressing speech, which was a very big communist thing, which is why the Stasi, the KGB, and everything like that existed, was suppressing and supporting the ideology of the state. And you had to support the ideology of the state. So, I mean, I obviously disagree with that. I think things should be democratic. So, I mean, there's things I obviously disagree with about communist ideology in East Germany and everything like that. But, I mean, it's such like an obscure part of history that, and I do love that, you know, Cold War history and this history in general, that it would be cool to have some of this history and have it preserved in a way, you know? So, I mean, it's cool to, you know, save the history of things that no longer are around, you know, to preserve it. So I think that's just part of just my way of thinking is why I do collect things like that. So there's a little baby spider that's just chilling on this little container. It's just been playing around on it. You don't think the glorious communist leadership is good? Off to the gulag with you! I'm sorry, Commissar. I shall not disrespect the ideology of the East German peoples. What's your take on Black Lives Matter? I think I've talked about that in a recent stream, haven't I? Is it a jumpy spider? No, it's just like a little baby spider. But my take on Black Lives Matter, I think I've talked about that before in a recent stream, like a couple days ago, haven't I? I mean, I guess just the basic rundown of that is I agree with the main premises, the main premise of reforming the police and combating police brutality. because I think, as Venom just said here, all lives matter. And I don't mean that as like the counter movement. I mean that as a philosophy. Like, I think all lives matter. Like, I think everyone deserves their day in court. I think everyone is innocent until proven guilty. That includes pedophiles too, by the way, because I know I'm so staunchly about that. I mean, you know, that we need to convict people of their actual crimes and prove it in a court of law before we do anything about people. Like, the court of public opinion is such a prevalent thing now, it's ridiculous. Look up Kelly Thomas. He was white. Kelly Thomas was a homeless man who was beaten to death by police for absolutely no reason at all. Hey, well, in Portland, in southeast Portland, near where I live, by the way, this is close to where I live, some Portland police executed a homeless man inside a homeless shelter, and the homeless man was unarmed and just standing there. There's footage of it. So, we got our fair share of the same thing, too. And by the way, the homeless man was white. The before and after photos are disturbing. Damn, dude. Ultimately, nothing will last forever. That is also true. Let's be honest, no lives matter. In the grand scheme of things, that's true. Look up Florida man, hitting you over the head with a garbage can. Is he on some meth? Or is he going insane? I don't know. It's Florida man. I don't know. Ignore, do you think Devin Tracy is the racist for his views on race and crime in America? I haven't heard Devin Tracy's views on racism and crime in America, so I'll have to, I think I'll do it. You know, that sounds like something I should look into, so I think in the next video that I pre-record, like with some friends and stuff, just pulling some things to talk about, or like, I think for ignorisms, I think I'll also pull videos of like segments of discussions or stuff like that and do like multiple ignorisms in like one big package. Like, so I think having a video going into that would be interesting, along with a bunch of other different things we can discuss into these ignorisms as well. So it's disturbing. Fucking YouTube. What is disturbing? Censoring me. Gotta love YouTube, dude. Gotta love YouTube. Just gotta love it. I'm not gonna, like, one thing I know I'm not gonna do is I'm not gonna monetize myself with YouTube partnership. I know that's not gonna work. So I'm not gonna even try. I'm just gonna wait until I get 1,000 subscribers so I can do the super chat thing. And that's about as far as I'll go with YouTube's partnership or anything like that with money here. Like, I'm gonna do it via Patreon, or maybe I'll get a PayPal set up as well so individual donations can be done that way too. Like, I mean, there's Patreon? Patreon? Yeah, Patreon. Yeah, I'm gonna get a Patreon set up eventually. I think when the show actually starts, I'll get it set up then. But right now, I'll get it all in the works. Patreon. We're gonna have a Patreon situation. But like I said before, it's gonna be simple. It's gonna be like 1 tier or 2 tiers. It's not gonna be expensive. And when I think, you know, I probably might get it set up early on, just so I can, because I can do pre-recorded shows and upload them from there, and also do like shows where I do actual updates and stuff, and the patrons get to kind of get to listen and talk to it, stuff like that. I need to do some research about chubby women. I do. Just go to a furry con, Carl. For real? Hey, I have before. I mean, there's one I go to every year. I mean, we got one here in Portland, so I take advantage of that. Imagine they're sausage fests. They're not, actually. I can, like, here's my experience of going to Furlandia, which is in Portland. Oh shit, whoa, I didn't even, you just came out of nowhere, dude, damn. Whoa. Okay, that freaks me out for a second. Holy shit, you came out of nowhere. I didn't even notice you at all. You popped on screen and went, whoa. Okay, well, that happens. Well, moving locations. As I got scared.
I just materialized.
Yeah, you materialized out of nowhere. It's like you're like, beam me down, Enterprise. Tell the old dude I said hello. Carl Rove says hello.
Oh, hello, Carl.
Load up some crack for the old man. No. That's not gonna happen.
That's an earlier age.
I mean, salvia, maybe. I mean, if I could find some. Venom, are there any chubbies in the cons? Well, since I've been to one, I can say this, yes and no. There's a mixture, like, honestly, there was more skinny babes than anything. And the chicks were pretty hot. They were actually, like, genuinely, like, oh my god, like, I wish they were single, but practically every chick there had a dude with them, or another woman with them, which you can only assume they're probably lesbian.
Threesome's okay.
Well, yeah, that's okay, but, I mean, they won't have anything to do with you. I mean, but that's totally fine by me, you know, go right ahead. But it's just like, well, I know you two are off my list of chicks to flirt with here, so off to the other ones. But yeah, there's also a mixture of chubby chicks here too. From the distance, I'd assume Ignar was lesbian. Am I gonna be like Kyle Kalinski's lesbian, like, star or something like that? The old dude is Joe Malloy. Yep, this is Joe Malloy. I have an older fellow that also watches me named Joe Malloy. You're now Joe Malloy. Yep. He lives in Philly. And also cannot get weed because people think he's a narc. So I don't know why people think he's a narc, though. I mean, it's... You would just, like... I don't know what he would have to do to just make it obvious. Like... Or not obvious, but obvious enough. Oh, shit, he's here. Hey, we were just literally talking about you, my friend Joe. Joe Malloy has confirmed that he's older than 50 years old. I'm not okay with trainings teaching kids how to cut their dicks off in elementary school. Well, I mean... Yeah, I'm not okay with that either, though I don't know if that's literally happening, but if it is, they should not be doing that. Like, it's okay to say, hey, this is a thing. I mean, like, hey, like, there are people that ID as trans, you know, because there could be, like, here's like, some of the scientific explanation, like their brains develop differently from childhood and shit like that, or, you know, whatever, you know, just talk, you know, that's all you need to do. You don't need to, like, oh, if you think that, then you must do this stuff, you know, and then, you know, actually just, you know, it's like, just let that be up to them, you know, like, just, all you have to do is just educate children, and then let them make a decision on their own when they're, you know, old enough to make decisions, when they're adults and independent thinkers. Just don't tell the kids about it. I mean, I would say just, like, teach them at, like, a high school level, but teach them about, like, basic sex ed and stuff like that throughout most of the time, because that's the most important part about it. Like, later in life, in high school, like, junior or senior year health classes or something like that, you know, delve into the basics of it, but you don't need to, like, you know, delve into, like, the more broader subject, but you don't need to, like, you know, push a narrative with it. Like, that's unnecessary. It's like all, you know, it's just educate people about it, and that's all you gotta do. Damn, everyone's just coming in here. Everyone's just joining in on the fun. You haven't really smoked weed since 17? Damn. Yes, I used to work in a public school system. Oh shit, dude, you're like Paul Zigo. He used to work in public schools too. Yeah, man. I mean, like, there is honestly, like, an unfortunate bad stigma with public schools, but that's just because they're so underfunded or poorly allocated in their funding, and they aren't able to, like, actually progress children and shit, or they're just held back because of, you know, the system that has a certain idea behind it, like abscess only, like sex ed, for example. That's just one of many examples. But I mean, yeah, I mean, it just, like, there just seems to be better, like, allocation for funds and stuff. Public school, you mean where people score drugs? I mean, even in my high school, that was a thing. I mean, There's kids literally smoking weed in the halls before. I mean, that happened. I saw that happen when I was in freshman in high school. Teachers have started giving kids stickers for becoming gay. Basically a participation trophy then. It's like, yay, you came out, congratulations. It's like, you don't need to congratulate, like, you just, if they literally think they're gay, then fine, like, let them come out comfortably in their own terms. But okay, have a good night. But it's going to messing up. I mean, if, like, as long as you don't, like, push it on them, but if they think they are legit gay, then counsel them about it, talk to them about it. That's totally fine, because when I was in high school, I was thinking about my own sexuality, and I had a counselor for my junior and senior years of high school, and I was able to come out comfortably, because I was just talking about how I felt. It's just about, I mean, when it comes to children and education, like, there's a balance between, comforting towards how a kid is feeling to education and what's more important. And education is far more important, but I love how the old dude just wanders around aimlessly around the house and occasionally comes in to hit the bong. Yeah. He's been resting in his room for the most part, and he just came out here to hit a bong, I guess. But yeah, that's basically how I just kind of did it. Teachers shouldn't reward sexual behavior at a young age. Yeah, I agree too. I mean, they just need to educate it, and if they want to reward it, provide contraceptives and stuff like that, like condoms and stuff. I mean, provide, like, something that would actually be productive for them. Like, you can't stop teenagers who are like 14, 15, 16 who are starting to think about sex and shit from fucking. I mean, so you might as well teach them about contraceptives and teach it about, protection and stuff like that, and have those resources available to them. So, because we had that resource at my high school, there's a separate building. It was like called the Health and Wellness Center, and you can go in there and you can come in for any reasons, and it's basically like a place where you can have a counselor if you need to talk to one for any reasons. If you just want to let some steam out and just talk about just what's on your mind. If you want to get condoms and shit like that, and like little lube packets, you totally could do too. I mean, there's a lot, like there's a lot of things you can do in there that was a resource available to us, which I think is what needs to be encouraged. Like these things need to be a resource, not pushed on people. It needs to just be a resource for those who want it and desire it, not for being pushed on people. I wish my school had a health center with counseling and whatnot. Yeah, I mean, our education system had a lot of problems as well, but despite those problems, we had a pretty decent system with our school. Like, I mean, despite the problems, I mean, when it comes to the whole country, our education system was a lot better than most. I'm not saying it was literally the best out here, but we're definitely better than a lot of other countries. Or not a lot of other countries, but a lot of other states. Freudian slip of the tongue. Speaking of rubber, I love seeing your tomato guy on Twitter. I love watching him gym dance. It doesn't take much to amuse me. The liberals are turning kids trans or gay. We need to go more right-wing to fight back. I think you just need to be more, like, sensible. I mean, you don't need to go right-wing to, like, counter these movements, because, I mean, I'm doing it from a left-wing perspective, so, I mean, you can easily do it from a left-wing perspective. Or just a more, I guess, sensible perspective. I just see this as sensible. I mean, I don't even see it as leftist. I just see doing these type of things as sensible. It just happens to be left, so, I don't know. No! We need to go even more nationalistic, right-wing, and authoritarian. Does that old dude even get high anymore? Yeah. With the weed that he bought, yeah, he is. I had such a headache watching Trump today. Yeah, because of the Trump-Putin summit. I haven't heard much about that, but I'll have to delve into it and check it out. See what the substance of it all is. But I was seeing for your sarcasm, sir. But though I think my point though in general still stands. Like I mean, of course, I don't think you actually think that. I don't know why it took me a while to say that. Oh, I know. It's because of this stuff. I smoked a bunch of weed once and farted in my friend's face. He swears to God I'm high. Well, you get in a methane buzz, so I guess you are. I mean, just like... Ugh. Probably. I mean, probably not a marijuana high, but probably a different high. Like, oh, but that sounds awful, dude. Does the old dude just sit in his room all day? No. It's just that this heat, and I can contest to this, does not want, like, it's just awful, dude. Like, I don't want to go outside. I don't even want to be in here, but I want to smoke this, so I'm in here. I mean, it's muggy. It's just awful. Like, I honestly, there's, like, I want to go, go ride my bike and, go hit the trail or something like that today. And then, come home and do my videos and stuff. But I was like, it's just too fucking hot. No. Ugh. I loaded down a bean burritos beforehand that day. Damn, son. Nice. I remember in the early 2000s when Fox News would constantly still say marijuana terrorism. And now you're seeing them funding terrorism. Yeah, that's ridiculous. That's stupid. But now you're seeing them debate it, whether if it's a good thing or not. Like, you're seeing some Fox pundits saying it might be a good thing, and you're seeing some that aren't, that are still holding on to this propaganda. Not as radical, but they're still holding on to it. So, it just shows that they got nothing left, and they're just... That ball of marijuana is just rolling, dude. I swear. I swear on that, dude. Marijuana is going to get federally legal. Like, I don't give a fuck. I still swear on that. I say the latest it's ever going to get legalized is probably 2022 or 2024. But that's the latest. The latest! I guarantee it's going to be legal before then. Maybe 2020 or 2021. Maybe sooner than that. I don't know. Maybe Trump will throw a curveball. Good people don't smoke marijuana. Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. Fuck you, Jeff Sessions. Weed legalization is the most progress we've seen in decades. That's true. And it used to be legal before. The first drug wasn't banned in the U.S. until 1917. So, I mean, yeah. Like, and marijuana wasn't prohibited until, like, the 1930s or something like that. So, it was once that started becoming big and then hemp was taken over, trust me, Alabama won't legalize. Well, the feds are going to make it whether they like it or not. Once the federal government legalizes it, Alabama can't do jack shit. They can say, oh, in the state we legalize it, but they're just going to make it worse for themselves. And at that point, they're not going to have a lot of people living there anymore. Only, like, the people who hate marijuana are going to start moving there. And then people who want to smoke marijuana are just going to move out of state, like nearby, like in Louisiana or wherever the fuck. Like, they're just going to see it as a negative benefit, and they'll eventually, for their own interests, just legalize it. That's if the federal government legalizes it first. Though, I don't know if they will or not, but my prediction that it probably will by either 2020 or 2022. 2024 is literally the latest. The latest, I think it will get legalized federally. I think it maybe could be sooner if Trump throws a curveball, like I said, because he has kind of said things about marijuana specifically that have been kind of up for discussion on, like, for the states and stuff like that. So maybe he will just say, yeah, fuck it. Decriminalize it or something like that. Maybe he'll push it towards the right direction. If he does, then I'll give him credit for it, but he hasn't done anything about it. Trump will win a second, and third, and fourth term. You can't do a second and fourth term. If he tried to do that, there's just no way. You can't, like, FDR was the only one who can do it. No other president can. There's no way. Like, good luck. Like, if you try to do that, if you try to push that again when that has been stated in law to not do that again, because, I mean, there's no way. Especially with how divided the country is, and, like, how, if there was something eventually will just pop up that Trump will change the law so he can be president for life. If that were to happen, maybe I'll say there will be a civil war. Maybe. If that were to happen, but I don't think he's that stupid. Or, no, you know what? Scratch that. I don't think he's that crazy. He's stupid, and I think he would be stupid enough to try it. But is he that crazy to try it? Is he that crazy to do just overt democracy in a country that is usually trying to push democracy, or quote-unquote push it? Marijuana is illegal because they don't trust us studying how minds work. I mean, marijuana, in Oregon, we're trying to get shrooms legalized. I mean, there was a recent poll where it still said about 48% was yes and 52% was no. But that was the first poll, and this is the first push for shrooms here in Oregon. So that's already a good step. So I don't know, maybe the feds are saying that, but in states, that's kind of becoming a different idea. If we don't know how our minds work, we can be manipulated and brainwashed. Well, I mean, or at least blinded to different ideas, yeah. Legal meth. At least that meth won't kill you because it'll be a legal dose and it will be safe. And it won't be like laced with some weird, creepy, gross shit. And if you're addicted, at least you can go to a public rehab center if it's legal. So, there's more benefits than negatives when you legalize it. I mean, even at that point, it might not be as addictive anyway. I mean, because there's probably other additives in there that make you more addicted, and plus, you won't die of an overdose unless you literally take like 20 million capsules of the fucking things. But ignore. What? What, you plebeian? Think of the children. Do it with alcohol and marijuana. Just have a legal age limit. And you know what? If the kids fucking do it, then it's on the person who gave it to them. Whoever, and also whoever was stupid enough to have led access to it given to them. So, whether that be the parents, whether that just be some dumbass friend, or some dumbass idiot selling it to them, you know, those should still be punishable to an extent, yes. But you should still rehabilitate them and be like, this is fucking wrong. Don't do this. No, we're going to educate you to tell you no. We're going to make sure you got that in your fucking head, bro. You're going to spend a little bit of time here. You're going to get yourself, we're going to make you think about what you did here. Set your mind straight. Get you back in society. If we catch you again, it's going to be a little bit more harsher. So, don't do it again, buddy. We have an obligation to our children to lock people up in cages for doing substances. No, we don't. I don't have an obligation to do shit. You have to protect the children. At that case, ban marijuana, ban cars, ban guns, ban everything for the fucking children. For the children! For the children! Go wake up the old dude. Why would I wake him up? Besides, he might just be in his room just chilling. Not like sleeping, but just chilling out. Like, why would I go bother him? What's my reasoning? If he gave me a super chat, I would. But I can't do super chats, so I can't. Air pollution kills more people. It kills like 8 million people in a year. Look it up. Well, about 90 to 92% of the world has polluted air being engulfed in their lungs. So that is... I believe it. I believe it. Can't you see? Maybe he's reading a book. Now he's probably playing a game. I'm the only one who has like a lot of books besides my dad. Because books aren't really a fad. But it's things that I have. Because I like books. I like books. Books are fun. Go check on the old dude. Why do you want me to check on him? Are you fantasizing about him? Maybe he's tearing up some pussy. There's no pussy to tear up. And also, like, I think the most he's doing is what any other guy is doing, which is probably looking at porn. And if he's doing that, I am not going to stumble upon that situation. I have a couple times, and it's not pretty. Also, he sleeps naked, by the way. He sleeps in the nude. So, there's been times where I'll walk up in the middle of the night and find out that he's not completely dressed, if you know what I'm saying. He just wanders aimlessly around the house while high. He's not wandering, I mean, it's not just, oh my god. Stroking the old man, meet you. Dude, I know, bro. It's fucking just like, why? Like, Carl, I'm jealous. I thought I was your Dave Real, dude. Aw, man, he's jealous now. He walks too slow like an old gall. Well, also he kind of kicked his ass while I sleep naked. See, like, the most I've ever gotten to sleeping naked is just sleeping in my undies. That's about it. My underwears. That's about it. I mean, usually I wear a t-shirt and underwears, but that's about it. So, I don't know. I don't know if I just haven't, like, I don't know. I just never tried it. I sleep naked. I've never tried it, so, I don't know. It feels like the breeze between my knees. I like to feel the breeze between my knees, 'cause that's what I like to bees. Yeah, 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 bitch. What you gonna do, nigga? Gonna wrap this up, by the way, 'cause I got maybe one more thing to do. Nothing better in hot weather. Yeah, there's nothing better to do in hot weather, man. It sucks. And I go out on my property naked since I live in the woods. That's just dope. I want to live in the woods. See y'all later. Hey, I'm about to... Hey, don't leave before me, bastard. No neighbors for 5 miles in any direction. So you can get away with anything, basically, there. Maybe not, like, literally anything, but... I mean, you could do just practically anything there, dude. Carl, where are you going? Are you gonna fap to pup porn? Like that furry mersuit pup porn? Is that where you're gonna jack off to, dude? You're disgusting. You despise me. I know it. I know you despise me. To do research and then go bed. See, I knew it. He's gonna research on that furry smut mersuit pup porn, dude. He's gonna look up that puppy play. He's gonna fucking... Carl's gonna jerk it to Joe's nudes. Yeah, that too. He's gonna do that to warm up. Not pup porn, but Pinky's fat ass in her butthole. So, oh, I see how it is. You're gonna do it in 3 stages. You're gonna work yourself up with Joe's nudes, and then you're gonna work yourself up a little bit more to Pinky, and then you're gonna end up with a nice good splurge of furry, kinky, mersuit, pup, smut porn. That's what you're gonna do. I know your methods. I know your ways. I know your ways. I like roleplay porn, to be honest. It's alright. It's okay sometimes. Ignores the sub and the pup. Nah, I'm definitely dumb. Nah.
Andrew.
Yo.
Where's your iced tea?
I have it. I'm consuming it.
Oh, let me have it. My throat is so sore. It's the only thing that's making it feel good.
Oh my god. That is fake news. That's his mom. Maybe. Yeah. She's active and out and about throughout the house, which I actually wasn't aware of, but that's okay. It's just shit that happens on stream. It's totally fine. What can you do when the mama requests shit? So, now you'll never get it out of your head. Give me the iced tea. Now that Joe said that, I just pictured the old dude sitting around naked in front of a computer. Pizza Boy shows up and she's a little short on cash. What? Venom says your mom sounds cute. Alright, I seriously need to go now. Alright, my friend. I'm going to wrap it up here anyway, so. Check out that reboot video that's going to be uploaded later tonight. Or tomorrow morning, somewhere around then. You'll see it, but check it out. Look it out for it. I said nothing of the sort. Bullshit, boy. Who has the wrench? Who do I trust more? I trust my Stasi wrench police. I trust my people's police. That's what the wrenches are now. They're the people's police. Thoughts on AVGN? AVGN. What? What? I don't know. Good night. Bloody bastard. Angry video game nerd. Oh, okay. Angry video game nerd. I've seen some of his videos before. A long time ago before. I haven't seen a lot recently, but he's alright. He's pretty cool. But like I said, I haven't seen any of his recent videos for like the last year, so I mean, I don't know what he's been doing now, but I've used to see him before a couple years back, so I always thought he had really interesting, cool videos. But I'm going to destroy this, help out with whatever the mom needs, work on my room a little bit, maybe do one more pre-recorded video of some sort. And then from there, I think I'll call it a day. He still does old game reviews. That's cool. Alrighty. That's dope then. Yeah, I'll have to check him out. Maybe do like if there's a game that I'm familiar with, like see his review of it and talk about it. And talk about like my experience, like my view of the game and stuff. Because there's old games that I have a Nintendo 64 and I've played those games before. My favorite ones is Zelda, Ocarina of Time, and 007 GoldenEye. Those are like my top two faves that I played like almost every day when I had it hooked up. Favorite games, dude. They're awesome. I don't care what anyone says. Changed my mind. I'm gonna go Steven Crowder mode. Change my mind, bitch. I like how like I have my hair in such a ponytail. It looks like I got like some fucking like scarf or some shit. It's like I got like a hair scarf, dude. I'm desperate for one of those Super Nintendos. That would be cool to get, dude. Go back to Combat and Centipede. Damn, dude. Man. My dad goes back to literally Pong. Pong the game. He goes back to that. And also, like, I wish he was in here. He can talk about a lot of the games he used to play, dude. Because he was, like, there when they first started coming out and pioneering as a thing. He was there, dude. Hashtag he was there. I wasn't there, so I can't say I was. Yes, I love Pong. I love it too, honestly. Like, I mean, that game you can have as an app on your phone, like the basic Pong, and I play it every now and then. I have it on my phone. It's fun. It's a nice little, time killer. Like, I listen to a podcast, hook up some Pong, or hook up a nice little fun, simple game, call it good. Oh, I just now realized, when I do streaming, I think to kind of start Pong equal boring. Oh my god, all the old games you find boring, like Tetris and shit. Dude, oh my god. Stress! Stresses me. How dare you. Those SNES games they released a year or so ago, like 100 games preloaded on a console. Oh! Yes, Tetris. I love Tetris, dude. I love Tetris. I don't give a fuck what anyone says. I love Tetris. I love RPGs. I love RPGs too. Well, I like RPGs, but I love them. Like, I think I have a couple characters from one of the MMORPG, Elder Scrolls Online. So I'll have to get back into one of the characters I was mostly developed in and do streams of that, because why not? Or do a whole new one. I don't know. Give me my story-driven games. Oh, I love story-driven games. Like, like, if a single player has a really good story and the multiplayer is just good, like, I've actually, honestly, there should be a game on, like, a Cold War alternate history scenario where it's based in Germany. Like, you get to have East Germans to West Germans, and, like, have it on, like, this needs to be, like, a mod for Rising Storm or some shit, dude. Or Rising Storm 2, or, you know, Red Orchestra 2. Like, this needs to be a mod. Like, that would just be awesome. Leave dog with old crap in the dustbin of the history of the postmodernist nihilists. Did you just Jordan Peterson me? I don't even know what to say to that, dude. I lived in Doom for months. I loved Doom in World at War Red Dawn. Yeah, something like that, dude. Wait, is that an actual game? Or is that just an idea? Because that would be a really cool name idea for something like that. And all, like, I mean, have it like a RTS game. Oh, dude, that sounds awesome. Okay, that sounds dope. Because honestly, like, now that I've been looking at East German, like, a little bit of history, and I kind of have an understanding of it, like, I mean, it would be really cool to have, like, an alternate history scenario where shit took place in Germany. Like, the story is, like, the prelude to it, so you're, like, in East Germany, like, you have, like, a story of, like, a border patrol or just, like, its officer or some shit, and there's, like, basic life in Germany you can kind of see in the East. And then the war starts, and then, you know, you're fighting in Germany. You first start in Berlin because there's a little small pact of allies in the West Berlin. So, you know, deal with that. And then, you know, you move on to Germany itself, the rest of the country, and then move forward and, you know, have, like, a whole fucking, like, there's potential, man. I think, you know, I don't know why no one's done this sooner. Like, Call of Duty could have had fucking something. Like, Black Ops honestly should have been something like that, dude. Like, instead of delving into, like, history, go alternate history, dude. Do alternate history. That would be, like, honestly, like, that sound, like, alternate, like, have, like, just alternate history scenarios that just slightly change the course of history a little bit. Like, I love those type of things. Or that, you know, that slightly altered that will drastically impact the future and stuff like that. Like, I mean, I love those type of scenarios. Starts in Germany, then shifts towards the reservation of the United States. Call of Duty did alternate future. Yeah, they did the alternate future type of thing, but everyone hated it. Yeah, I agree. That's why I don't play Call of Duty anymore. I think the last one was Black Ops 2 because I thought that alternate history or alternate future that they did was actually pretty cool. I thought the way they implemented everything was interesting. I thought the story of it was cool. I liked the multiplayer just because of the emblems. I liked making my own emblems and stuff. COD World War II was good. I haven't played it yet, but the multiplayer seems kind of ridiculous a little bit, but I don't know. But like I said, I haven't played it, so I don't know. I just haven't been into the COD anymore, man. I've just lost my interest in Call of Duty. I'd rather, like, play Arma 2 1944 Invasion mod or something like that. Even though that's probably not as zombies as Bay. That I can agree with. I think the last good zombies was probably the first Black Ops zombies because they still kind of kept the nostalgia of the original zombies. But they did a lot of cool stuff with it. I thought it was really cool. The moon base, that was really cool because that was included with the original maps of the original World at War zombie maps, and I thought that was awesome. I mean, that was one of my, not one of my most favorite maps, but it was up there on one of my top favorites. Zombies is a story-driven now. I mean, it's cool to have a backstory to zombies, but they don't make it a story. It shouldn't be a story. It should just have a lore of how it happened, and go from there. Just keep it as is. I mean, I never liked the idea of it being a story, which is why I think Black Ops 2 to me was, the zombies for that wasn't good. Like, that's why I only say that the last one was probably the first Black Ops zombies, but the second one can't hang with. I mean, even the first one, I have critiques of it anyway, because it also started going story-driven a little bit, but, I mean, there's still some cool aspects to it. Like, I kind of like the, map where you're in the White House too, like, and you get to be Kennedy, Nixon, or Castro, I think, as well, and then like some Secret Service dude. Like, I thought that was pretty cool. Like, I always liked being Kennedy when I was in on that map. That was pretty dope. But yeah, I mean, there's, yeah, that's why I still think the last Black Ops that was best was probably the first one. Just because even with the critiques of the other things they were doing with the zombies, I still thought it was still done pretty well. I mean, it could have been better. I think there's a lot of things they probably could have done better about the whole thing. But overall, I thought they did pretty good. But the second Black Ops Zombies, no. I don't know if they're still doing it, but if they are, I don't know what it's like, so I don't know. If they did like a weird revival of it, it made it like not a new thing, but did something new with it that, you know, would throw everyone off but be positive. I thought maybe that would be good, but there obviously hasn't been any talk about it since its release, so I don't think that's ever been the case. So I don't know. But I just rant about Call of Duty, just like my feelings on that. Just hella, damn, what a way to end it. Gonna destroy this. Gonna destroy this like I saw Obama destroy city. Whoa. Damn, son. Wow. Over the course of this whole stream, I got 9 likes. Damn. Didn't realize people loved this so much as the midst of everything going on. I'm glad. I'm glad that at least that's happening. I bet Brandon, who also lives here, is probably watching while he's working too sometimes. Because now I got him subscribed and got the notification bell on it for him, so he'll be getting notifications when this comes up, which I think is giggity. Gets to see what I think about things. Views seem to be going up and up. That's good. That's what I'm hoping. That's kind of why I've been doing these streams before I just kind of started the show right off the bat. Or the pre-recorded things. Because what better way to at least get a small audience to start with than just do streams and just talk about shit and kind of guide people along with what you're starting to do and stuff. So that's why I started doing this. Well, that and also I kind of already like the idea of doing this. Streptococcus?
Yeah, bacteria. They live on the moon.
Whoa. Moon bacteria, bro.
They come from Earth, but they can still survive on the moon.
Oh shit, fam. Whoa.
And they will make you sick.
Damn. Well, I can imagine if they like can live on the moon, then like, damn. It's crazy. It's crazy. What's it called again? Chris Focaccia? Like focaccia bread? What? Streptococcus. Forgive me for I am high, but am I saying that right? Streptococcus.
Yeah, Streptococcus.
Isn't Streptococcus a thing from a strip joints? That's what I thought you were saying, but evidently it's not because it's a bacteria. Unless it's like a bacteria that could...
It is a bacteria, but some guy was sick, and the bacteria went to the moon, and they survived for 2.5 years and came back.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And the moon is a really harsh environment.
Yeah, dude. Which I think proves that life could possibly be on other worlds and stuff.
Yeah, does life exist out there? Yeah, something from here can live on the moon for 2.5 years.
And tardigrades can live in the vacuum of space for even longer.
And who knows how much longer it could live.
Yeah, I mean...
Yeah, it's...
who's not to say that if, like, a major...
There's
like,
life out there.
who's not to say that the reason there could be life here is that an asteroid hit a planet that already had life, and then a chunk of that planet with microbes and life and bacteria on it already just was launched into space. Then during the formation of Earth, when shit was smashing into it, that also just happened to hit it as well.
That's probably how life got here.
Yeah, I mean, so... You know, that's, in a way, that's like a little cosmic seed of life that just, and I'm sure there's different little seeds of life everywhere else.
I'm sure it's everywhere in the universe.
And we just don't even totally realize it yet. Yeah, I mean, that's why
we haven't...
We are the aliens.
It, but it's in there.
Yeah, I'm sure, like, yeah, I think the way we're going to discover life is we will stumble upon it. Like, I don't know if there'll be life sentient beyond even our intelligence and sentience to stumble upon us or come in contact with us. I think we'll stumble upon it first if that is ever the case. Both.
It's not sentient life. And I think there is sentient life out there.
So do I. It just depends on what capacity and stuff.
Whether they visited our planet or not remains...
It remains debatable, yeah.
They might have been here, they might have not.
Did you know there's always someone with a common cold, but if every person with a cold stayed indoors until their systems went away, the common cold virus would go extinct? Whoa. Damn, dude. Our ancestors came from a galaxy far, far away. Yeah, we're the Star Wars, dude. That's how it is. But anyway, man. Alright, lads. Well, stay tuned for a video coming up soon, and I'll probably have one tomorrow as well in the early day. So stay tuned for that as well, because I'll have another video recorded tonight. So that'll be up tomorrow. So stay tuned, everybody, and peace out. Enjoy yourselves. And as always, share the love and all that. And I'll be seeing you soon. Bye, pretty boys and girls.